Everything XboxEra does is only made possible by our community and the growing army of incredible Patreon supporters. Our executive producers and MVPs are an amazingly generous bunch, only shown up by the incredible support of our grand benefactors, Cryat56 and Assassin Entertainment. All of this under the watchful eye of our lovely XboxEra CEO, TornRaptor. This community is the best one on the internet, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. Just head to patreon.com/XboxEra and pledge your support.
Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 266. I don't know why I did that. Probably a Star Wars reference. Of the XboxEra podcast. We're here in LA. Well, some of us are. Jesse.
Most of us.
Ursel. Nick is here in spirit, joining us as per usual from Australia. Hello, Nick. How are you?
What's going on?
Like, this is the most like Frankenstein-like setup I think that we've had since the last live in-person show pre-Gamescom 2024, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's wires, there's cables,
There's more time to set it up. More space.
there's cameras balanced on coffee machines. We are state of the art here.
Oh yeah. As good as it gets, really.
Yeah, like in fact,
actually.
you could say we're number one. No.
What game is that from, John?
I have no idea.
Why didn't you buy like a phone holder and just use one of the phones as a camera?
Because this camera is way better.
Along with me.
For chat who's watching, how's our audio quality? I'm using the usual mic, which is my mic, which I think should.
You need to project because you're the furthest away.
No, I think they can hear me. Can
Well, they
you guys?
can. He's just infinitely louder.
True.
Okay. We'll have someone complain about it on YouTube, but
Yeah.
Got a question in the chat. Jerry W. Is this the first time y'all have been together in person since last summer? Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's not all of us, obviously, but it's enough
Yeah,
of us.
because that guy over there is like, or over there is, it would have been like 10 grand for you to comfortably come over here. We're not that rich. In
Yeah.
fact, we're not rich at all.
Yeah, that's true. But it's been it's there's a lot to try and break down in the show, and I'm very conscious that we've been flat out at SGF since this morning, since about 10:30. We've been there, and none of the team here have had any dinner yet. And it's 7:30 local time. And interestingly, apparently the National Guard are here in LA, and we've been advised not to travel more than 2 or 3 blocks from our current location because of riots due to ICE agents taking people away. So, you know, it's lovely to be back in America. I feel safe and welcome.
Welcome to America.
Right?
Oh my
This
god.
is it. Welcome to the whole thing. My trip started off with a bomb threat, and now we got riots in the street.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, we're here. We're here to talk about everything we've seen at SGF
So far.
that we can talk about that isn't embargo, which I think most.
Almost
Yeah, everything.
So
One doesn't.
before we do all of that, we have to dive into, and we've set up a special segment. So I have a stopwatch on my phone, and I'm conscious, you know, that if we don't let Nick talk about it in any capacity, he might go insane.
I haven't said anything.
I haven't said you said anything. I'm just giving you the opportunity to say something. So we're going to set a timer here for, I mean, how long do you need, Nick? If you wanted to talk about the
A while.
Nintendo Switch and your experience and Mario Kart, what's a reasonable amount of time that you'd like to dedicate to this topic?
I don't know. I don't think I need long.
5
I think
minutes?
I need long.
5 minutes of continuous Nick? Maybe we'll
Yeah,
probe you with
that'll-
some questions.
That'll work.
5 minutes?
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. Everything Nick loves and hates and is mildly miffed by about the Nintendo Switch 2 and its associated products in just 5 minutes, starting now.
Yeah, look.
So taking away
Ooh.
of the obvious rip-off that the Switch 2 is in terms of price in Australia, I lined up at about 11 o'clock at night for my pre-order, grabbed it, brought it home, set it all up. It is a very premium feeling console.
Mm.
That's the Joy-Cons on their little
That
charging
looks
grip
really
thing.
not ergonomic.
It's no, this is fine. This thing
Mm.
is fine. See, it's got
Oh,
the
yeah,
bumps
they
at
got
the
the
back,
bump.
so that's okay.
Yeah.
The actual Switch itself, though, is an
Butter is bad.
ergonomic
Yeah.
disaster. It is disgusting to use in
It
handheld. I'm going
looks
to have to get some
good.
sort of grip for it. It's horrid to use in handheld. I was using wired in my dock. For anyone wondering, the Wi-Fi is horrible, but it's because the Switch, when you connect to your Wi-Fi, it automatically turns on the IPv6, which fucking just
Oh.
ruins it. It forces it onto 2.4 and it makes the download speeds garbage.
Oh dear.
The second you go into your internet connection settings and turn off IPv6, it goes over to the 5 gigahertz band and it becomes fast. So make sure you turn off IPv6 because it ruins the Wi-Fi. Pro controller. I've seen a lot of people be like, "Oh my god, it's the greatest controller." It's okay. Like,
Is it still
there's no
digital on the triggers?
yeah. There's
Ugh.
no texturing on it, so it can very easily fall out of your hands.
How's it
That
compared to
start button
the other?
is
Pro?
way too close to the Y there. The number of times I keep hitting that start button by accident is unbelievable. It's very poor placement. I keep hearing the D-pad is like, oh my god, the greatest. To me, it feels almost exactly the same as the Switch 1 Pro Controller D-pad. So I don't know if that's people's
I
imaginations
think
or
that
whatever.
the main difference is it doesn't phantom register different inputs anymore.
The D-pad?
Yeah.
Oh, it probably doesn't. I don't know. But Mario Kart World is fun. It's really, really cool. A lot of people complaining it doesn't have a traditional Grand Prix. That doesn't bother me. It's fine. I'm working my way through. I get distracted in free roam a lot. Free roam is cool.
Wait, when we say it doesn't have a
You know?
traditional Grand Prix, are we talking like There is no
Actual
single
question.
player. You just go and do.
No, there
you
is.
complete-
There
There
is.
is.
But the thing is, there's like, instead of 3 races, there's 4, and like 1 or 2 of the races are like interconnecting
Like
races.
getting to the next
It's hard
race,
to explain.
right?
You have to play it. To me, it's whatever. It's fine. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom at 60 though. Fucking hell. It's a
Yeah, it was great on
real
PC.
difference.
I mean-
oh my god, it's such a real difference. I've gone back to Tears of the Kingdom. I
Well,
checked
it's like
my
all the
save
people
file.
are like,
It's like,
wow, this is like a lock 30 now and it feels amazing.
Yeah.
They need to go back and remove the lock. And it's like, yeah,
Did you have to pay $10 to get it on 60?
no, because I've got the online subscription. I got it
Oh,
for
so
free.
he already is paid.
But yeah, I've gone back to Tears of the Kingdom. My save file was from September 2023, so I haven't
Oof.
played Tears of the Kingdom for a while. It's quite good at 60, and a lot of other games are playable now. like Rocket League doesn't run like shit. Fortnite's really
You felt like you
good.
really didn't want to give me a card.
No. Is Rocket
The
League at 60 now?
256 Yeah, it's a smooth 60 now. The 256 gig storage isn't enough, like usable. It's way less. So I had to buy the fucking SD card because all my Switch 1 stuff filled it up straight away.
1 minute warning.
Wait, and Nick, did you do the midnight launch? Was that fun?
Yep. I was there midnight launch with a bunch of losers all lining up in the middle of the night. Oh my god! And the EB games I was at, they started doing like this really excited countdown.
45
and
seconds.
Me and this guy standing in line were like, "Oh my god, please don't, please don't!" Like, no, and I'm like, "Oh,
You get any free
no,
stuff
don't-"
at least?
Sorry,
Do you get any free stuff? Some swag?
no, nothing
Oof.
like that.
30 seconds.
But it is still. I still think it's very much probably was a delayed Switch Pro.
Yeah.
It probably was the
That's
Switch
That's what
Pro. Just
Destin was saying the
delayed.
same thing. It's like it just feels like a Switch with a little upgrade.
Yeah.
15 seconds.
Yeah, which is fine. It's just the price is a lot. It's asking a lot for a Switch Pro.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy I've got Fortnite on the go properly now.
And those were your Nintendo minutes.
I feel like that was a really efficient 5 minutes. Congratulations, Nick. That was impressive stuff.
He's a
Covered a lot
professional.
of stuff.
While you were chit-chatting, we had a lovely super chat from the lovely Sherez.
Wanted to buy Mario Kart World and Switch 2, realized that I wanted it to be Forza Horizon. Decided to play Forza Horizon 5. Game Pass killing console sales. Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
It's a nice screen.
Yeah,
I heard it's a really
good.
nice LCD.
Yeah.
a lot of disappointment about how wide those bezels were, though.
Yeah, I was surprised too.
Still, it looks
But yeah.
good. It looks good. I'm happy for all the Nintendo fans out there.
Yeah, it's good.
Excellent.
I've actually been playing a lot of Streets of Rage 4 on it for some reason. I don't know why.
It's a good game.
Yeah, why not? It is a solid game. We're playing something from .emu soon, aren't we?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is it Marvel Cosmic Invasion?
It might be, mate. We might be playing that
Tomorrow.
Man,
I won't be playing it.
Probably be.
No, you'll be.
Can't
you'll
I'll
wait.
be
you've
elsewhere. I'll be
yeah.
doing other things.
Well, funnily enough, we have things scheduled for the same time.
Yeah.
So thankfully, we're seeing Marvel Cosmic Invasion and Crimson Desert, and they are literally right next to each other.
Yeah.
So we can just like go between myself and Ursel.
Yeah, there's a lot to dig into. But before we talk about Summer Game Fest in particular, I wanted to spend a little bit of time with the community. It's lovely to see everybody in the chat, by the way. I appreciate this show is at a different time. It probably feels a little bit weird. And we are literally doing things by the seat of our pants. But PlayStation had a state of play. And like, I don't know, I logged on. I couldn't sleep. Like, we'd landed here on Thursday. I couldn't sleep. And no, it was before I took off, and I couldn't sleep, and I was meant to be going to bed because I had to get up at 4 a.m. to get my plane. And I thought, sod it, I'll watch the state of play. And I thought it was fine.
I thought it was good.
It wasn't the best show ever, but I thought there was some solid stuff, a lot of variety. And if you were there for first party, I can understand being disappointed. But as a general show,
Yes.
Yeah.
it was 40 minutes of
great.
pretty decent announcement,
Really
I
good.
thought.
Yeah. And even as someone who wasn't interested in the majority of the game shown, I still thought that show was a very solid, like, B+. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be like a
I get
7.5 out of 10.
no, like I understand people being into what they're into, right? But I feel like the majority of capital G gamers, we're all old enough and we've been around long enough to know what makes a strong announcement. Like, you know, I never liked Shenmue, but even I understood that Shenmue 3 being announced is a big deal, even though I don't care about Shenmue. So
The Kickstarter.
that's how
of
I
it being
viewed this
announced.
state of
Yeah.
play. I viewed this state of play as, hey, this is a bunch of announcements I don't particularly care about. Like, I don't care about Nioh 3, but I still understand that Nioh 3 is a big announcement.
Neo.
Is
As
it
a
Neo?
fighting game
Yeah,
fan,
okay.
Neo. Yeah. I'm like, wait,
I was,
what?
I was
What?
triggered.
No, but
I
the issue
call
with the
it
Neo
Nioh.
3 announcement, Nick, is it kind of just felt like it came out of nowhere. Like, it didn't. I don't feel like it
Yeah.
didn't fit.
I don't know. I got the DM about it a few hours earlier. I get DMs about it all while I'm sleeping. As a fighting game fan, obviously Marvel took on
something.
Fighting Souls or whatever was just, oh my god, that looks incredible. And to go alongside that wireless arcade stick, I am so gonna buy that wireless arcade stick. It looks amazing. But yeah, man, it was a pretty. I mean, Astrobot, whatever now.
Yeah,
I don't know why Baby Steps continues to show at every single show that
What's this Baby
Sony
Steps
seems to have. I
It's
don't
where it's got little
understand.
baby steps, and you've got to control the
Oh my
you got
God,
little
that-
babies, and everyone looks like this.
The friggin' co-op game.
Yeah, it's fun.
Uh,
I'd play it.
everybody's golf hotshots.
Yeah,
That's pretty
Those
cool.
are always fun.
Yeah. It was a decent
Um,
show. 40 minutes. It had really creative stuff. Lumens looks fantastic. Like, super good.
Fun fact: we were going to go see that,
Yep.
and then we
Really?
found out post the show, oh, it's not coming to Xbox. So, like,
Emailed.
all right,
We understand.
Yeah.
sorry, guys.
we got First Light 007.
Yeah. Yeah.
but watching that, am I the only one that thought something looked a bit
No,
about
I
it?
think a lot of us are there.
I thought it looked like early, like the actual gameplay stuff looked like early, not yet finished footage. It reminded
Yeah.
me
I
strongly
don't know.
of
It was just,
Hitman. Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
The Hitman engine can
I
look
don't know.
great,
I was just,
but it can also look a bit, well,
Didn't look
yeah, I
fluid
watched
enough.
it and I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know. This doesn't look.
Yeah.
Up there.
I don't know. I can't put my finger on what wasn't quite right about it. But again,
It's
you know, first 007 footage, big deal. And that's what I mean when I say good show. Snake Eater. Oh, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Hello.
Yes. Yeah, I figured that excited you.
Ooh, excited about that one. Ragebound. We've got a date for Ragebound now, 31st of July,
yeah.
which is good. What else?
Pragmata
Pragmata. They finally showed it like properly. We finally got like
is
proper
1000%
gameplay
a
footage.
reboot because
Yeah.
it's now about generative AI. There's
Is
no
it?
way that game was about that back in 2020.
Yeah.
Those were the moon and crap like that. Like,
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, so that game was originally announced in June of 2020, almost 5 years to the day, for 2022, then delayed to 2024, and then delayed to 2026 as a seeming little bit of a reboot. But it looks real cool,
Yeah.
and we're going to get to play it.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll be, well, I don't
Oh,
think,
really?
yeah, is
Yeah,
it tomorrow or Monday?
Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I'm sorry. Yeah.
And it's funny, you know.
It's definitely
I
not the
woke
same
up.
difference.
Yeah,
I woke up literally at 7 a.m.
Whoa.
when the show started. So I'm lying in bed. I've got my phone, turned it on its side to start watching like I'm half asleep watching it.
the state of play, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I hate that
I
they give
saw-
you like a 20-hour warning.
I saw the first 10 seconds of
Yeah.
Romeo is a Dead Man, and I'm like, I bet you that's Suda 51.
Yeah. Yeah. for
Without
sure.
even knowing what that game was, I'm like, I bet you that's Suda 51. And then I'm watching and I'm watching and I'm watching. I'm like, yep, Romeo is a Dead Man. That's got to be him. And there you go. It's Grasshopper.
Yep.
I thought it looked cool. Romeo is the Dead Man looks pretty cool. I
Yeah.
don't mind it. There was, like I said, there was some good announcements, man.
and a
thought it was
lot
good.
of them were Xbox, which is always neat for us.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will say, First Light looks like it'll be
Thief
really fun to
VR.
play. That's for sure.
First,
Visually,
first light.
yeah, doubles.
Oh yeah, I think it's going to be a fun game.
Visually, I think it's Uncanny Valley a little more than other games, but it should be fun.
Yeah. Again, I saw a lot of negative reaction to that state of play, and I was like, really?
State of mid.
I don't know, man. I thought that
It's
was
because
really,
it's
really
a fan
good.
base that has been conditioned
Yeah.
to think everything has to be a home run, AAA, premium,
First
first
party.
experience. By the way,
And first party as well.
Exactly, that's the big thing.
speaking of first party, we saw both Mark Cerny and Neil Druckmann.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, did you?
Didn't
Oh, yeah.
We
How'd
didn't.
that-
Yeah,
how'd
we
that
didn't.
go?
We've tried hard to not bother anyone. Like
Yeah.
we ran into Jeff Gerstmann, who was super cool, just because thinking he might have been going to a thing we were going to, and just shooting the shit a bit.
Yeah.
Like people have been, oddly enough, everyone in person
super nice.
super nice, except maybe a few. But
Yeah,
Super.
like we've run into loads of like people. We've bumped into Paris,
Yep.
Danny Pena and his missus. Dustin Ligari was wandering around, and we ended up chilling out. We chatted with a couple of guys from
That's,
Last Stand Media, and Sacred Symbols and all that jazz. It's been a fun day. It's just been, I think everybody here is pretty shattered, and it's like it's not slowing down. We've got full days tomorrow, full days Monday.
yeah, the next few days are more busier than this one was.
Yeah.
And this one was crazy.
especially the last couple of days were pretty light. They felt not light. So the next couple
Yeah.
days-
Whoa, holy! I feel terrible as well
Oh.
because I've yet to record.
Kevin S.
I've yet to record Kevin S.'s name for the grand benefactor shout out at the beginning of the
Oh
show.
my God, Kevin S. 50
Xbox
gifted
Era
memberships. Holy crap.
Jesus.
Am I going to get one of these ones?
Maybe.
Can
Let's,
you-
are,
good
you,
luck.
are you watching the stream on something else?
Good luck. I mean, massive.
Oh my God.
Massive
I'm
shout
not even
out
going
to
to bother
Kevin
reading
S.
all those names. I like
It
that
would be
Kevin S.
cool,
got
that'd be-
one. Kevin S. got a gifted membership from Kevin S.
I love it.
Nice.
Nice,
that's
Kevin
funny.
S. Good work. Good work.
I had the mic.
Oh my God.
That is
That's
absolutely crazy. Like everyone on the channel is going to be great. And listen, if you are retrieving a membership right now, and congrats and say thank you to Kevin S, please, everybody. Please remember, you now have access if you've got your YouTube account linked to Discord and you log into discord.gg/XboxEra. You can access the XboxEra Cool Kids
Great.
Club and
Resolution.
access everything in there. So please do that. Kevin S, what a legend.
Yeah, amazing.
Kevin,
Unbelievable.
seriously cool. That's what the
We
S stands
are-
for.
we are lucky to have.
Yeah.
We do because like we're small. There's tons of people. We try to not beg, but like you guys are why we're here doing this, seeing this stuff. I've been putting up for patrons. I've been putting up like daily travel vlogs. I'm gonna try and get a much shorter one tonight because obviously we were super busy, but we got some cool stuff inside of Days of Play. I'll get that up. There's been a little travel vlog every day. At the end, I'll take all the footage and try and do a nice cool compilation together.
The Gamescom one is really cool. I
Yeah,
love it.
patrons have early access to a terrible sounding but very interesting interview with Johnny Galvatron. It's up there for patrons, linked in the
seen
YouTube,
it,
and on the Discord, and on Patreon itself.
Your phone reviews, right?
As if the
Backwards,
two of you
backwards.
didn't mention me in that interview.
Why would
How
they
did
have?
I
They
not
were
get
talking
one
about
mention?
Like to sound good. Like,
In that
Look, I can
interview
feel it.
with Johnny Galvatron.
Amazing.
Yeah,
No,
Johnny,
hello to Nick. How's Nick going?
Yeah,
Nothing?
he wondered, like he said, if you finally fired that dodgy Australian, and we were like, no, he's still around, but we couldn't afford to fly
Where
him
is
out
that
here.
big twat?
No, he's good. I'm sure he sends his love. But yeah, it was cool. Like
He's goddamn busy. That we were very lucky he gave us.
yeah, he was
Yeah.
a genuine legend.
Because
He
he-
literally saw us and he gave us a hug. Like, he was like,
Yeah,
and
he's
he was
great.
sho- 'cause, like,
Johnny's great.
Right after us, the person who sat down after us to play the game was Nick, and he was like, "Oh," he's like, "Oh, nervous."
oh, it was Neil Druckmann.
Neil Druckmann, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, Neil Druckmann literally took my seat. I was like, here you go, Mixtape. So, yeah. I realised we've gone off on a massive tangent,
Yes.
and we were talking about the state of play, but whatever. This is an Xbox show. So let's talk about
But yes,
Summer Games Fest and
State-
its
State of Play
opening
was
night. Sorry, Nick.
I'm saying the state of play I thought was good. As
Yeah,
much
it
as
was
I
fine.
saw
Yeah,
everyone
it-
shitting on it, I thought it was a very, very
So,
solid.
I mean, Nick,
show.
like you said, it's not just like that. It's not super bombastic games. It's they've conditioned their crowd, and this is something they did themselves. Nothing to like. It's like Crocodile Tears almost, where it's
Yeah, I know.
you expect
Like,
first party, and the only first party is a 2-minute thing.
Chat, have we lost audio? Can I just get some confirmation from people?
Nah, you keep breaking up a lot, which is what I was telling you before
I think
we
it
went
can't
live.
handle
You
playing
just break up a
footage.
lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem
No,
to.
I lowered it.
But yeah, I thought it was super solid. There were some big surprises.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing, mate. When they know what they're doing when it comes to the fighting game community, like to secure an Axis Marvel tag fighter,
Yeah.
exclusive. I'm like, man,
Is
that's
it exclusive
Yeah.
to PS5?
Yeah.
yes.
Standard.
They're
That
essentially
because that is being
publishing it.
developed. It is being developed with PlayStation Studios.
Oh, fair
Like
enough
that,
then.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And it's
Yes,
it's
like
PC day and date as well.
Yeah, like Sony reached out to them,
Yes.
right? I think and they're like, they
yes,
want to make
Sony went to Marvel
Yeah.
and said, "Hey, let's find a developer and make a Marvel fighting tag game." And they got Axis, who's one of the best. So that game looks incredible.
Yeah,
But
I mean, it's,
hey, that's now two. That is now two PlayStation published / developed games that will be day one on PC. So
Yeah.
Lost Soul aside, and now Marvel Tokon will be day one as well. Ooh, it's happening! It's happening!
slowly, but it is. Yeah,
It's a lot faster than I think a lot of people thought.
really?
It's
Yeah, yeah.
happening!
Yeah, I
That's
think
gonna be-
it's a necessity, right? So yeah, so State of Play was pretty good, and then we're here at Summer Games Fest,
Yep.
and Jeff had the Jeff Keighley Extravaganza Part 1 of the 3-part series of Jeff Keighley every year. So this is the first time that I willingly sat in the audience for a Jeff Keighley show. It's not anything against Jeff. It's just I don't like being trapped in a room where I can't vape and I have to watch adverts. But I didn't feel like the adverts were as bad. Like, was it me or was there no like we didn't get plagued in the studio audience with like DoorDash adverts
Yeah,
and stuff. Like, is that a fair comment? Like, do people still see that crap at home? Like, and we just didn't have to see it?
I don't think so.
God, I
I'm
can't
pretty sure
even
the thing on the
remember.
right was what the stream was seeing the entire time. Whatever the right and left TVs were showing
Right.
was what the stream was.
But am I wrong in saying that last year there were like massive complaints about here's a DoorDash advert for a minute and a half? And
It's not like DoorDash. It'd be stuff like Xbox Game Pass. Or
no,
like,
no,
this is Xbox.
there was actually a
Was it
DoorDash
actual
advert. That's
DoorDash
what I'm
ad?
saying.
That's
Like,
crazy. That's crazy. I don't know. I mean, we'll talk
I
about
honestly
Summer
don't
Game Fest.
remember.
But Nick, what did you think of it? Or before we dive in?
Again, I thought it was pretty good.
yeah,
Nothing super amazing. I just thought it was fine. Resident Evil 9 was obviously the biggest
Yeah.
announcement. But we got some other cool stuff. Deadpool VR might be fun for Jesse to play. It's exclusive
Yeah.
to the
I
MetaQuest.
wasn't that into the Neil Patrick Harris voice work, but yeah. it
Yeah, I
could be.
know. His voice was weird.
Sometimes it was getting to Ryan Reynolds. Other times it was just kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a mix
It
of the
was
two.
odd.
I mean, it's got to be said that Jeff got a lot.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like stuff coming to Xbox, there was plenty there that I was genuinely surprised to see, and that was new, and that was genuinely great looking. Where I was like, "Holy crap!" Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, maybe it's worth us shouting some of these out. I don't know if we need to go through every single game, but like Nick,
looked.
so ill, yeah. Like,
Yes.
let's talk about ill.
Oh,
Actually, Jesse's showing
Oh my
footage
God.
for.
Shit.
Something syllabus.
Oh, okay. Jeff didn't timestamp it. This is. Let's talk about it in a second. This is
Something abyss.
End of Abyss.
Yep.
Which is, if you were looking at this and thinking, oh, that gives me some Little Nightmares vibes. It's from some veteran developers of the Little Nightmares 1 and 2 team. This is
Mhm.
definitely, weirdly, even though it's horror-ish, this is on my radar. I want to play this. This looks great.
looks
Smart
good.
Game Publishing too. They showed up in full force.
Epic.
Yeah.
Epic have got some good stuff. Like I chatted with the Epic team today. I was like, "Yo, no one knew you were going to be bringing some bangers. Can we get some appointments, please?" And they're like, "We're full, but we'll email you if anything opens up." So, yeah. But yeah, Ill was a first-person
Ill.
horror shooter, right? Am I getting this one right?
Yeah.
It genuinely made me
I thought
feel
it was
a bit
Resident
uneasy.
Evil at first. Yeah, it looks like visually just looks unbelievable. Yes, good old Collingwood. Their sound keeps cutting out whenever they play footage.
Okay.
Which is I need
yeah,
to fix because if we're doing a co-stream, we must show footage.
I guess we just can't show any footage right now to keep the audio clean. So,
but yeah, Ill looked scary as and visually unreal. What else? I'm trying to remember all the other things.
There's a
they
lot.
showed.
I've got a lovely list. So let me.
I thought. Go.
Okay. I thought. Go. So some of the things that surprised, like the show opened with Mortal Shell 2. You were a big fan of Mortal Shell, right?
I played the first game, and like, so there are two games, that I'm like, okay, I know what this game is. I know it's a sequel, but the game looked a little different. Called them both Mortal Shell 2 and friggin' Code Vein 2.
Yeah,
they look good. They look really good. I kind of feel like people are retroactively hating on the show more than they did initially, which is stupid in my opinion. Something is as good as it is or as bad as it is. That's it.
I feel like the show gets hated on a little bit for the large, gacha game.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's a Jeff show. He has to fund this crap. There's like the middle 40 minutes is gonna be ads. Those are the ads. The gotcha crap. It's the weeb crap. Like, it needs to start strong. It needs to end strong, and this did both, in my opinion.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
This is the best Summer Game Fest, I think, and I don't think anyone can argue otherwise. They'll say the Elden Ring one. That show sucked.
Until Elden Ring, yeah.
Like generally terrible.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Like, I thought we got a lot of good stuff. So you mentioned Mortal Shell 2. We got Code Vein 2.
Yep.
If you're fans of those,
Mundfish showed up in full force.
Yeah, we had Mundfish show up with 2 games and a published title.
Yeah.
So, and Nick, I don't know if you recall this one. You might remember Atomic Heart, which was this kind of Russian.
I think I remember the trailer for the second one.
Yeah, like it's like this Russian FPS-esque, like alternate world history thing. And then this one is just completely balmy. There's aliens. You're like, I don't even know where to begin describing Atomic World 2. Like Atomic Heart 2. Yeah, Atomic World. And then they released a trailer for The Cube, which is like this.
So it's not a battle royale. It's apparently a multiplayer
MMO RPG shooter.
Yes, RPG shooter.
But it's an MMO.
MMORPG shooter.
So it is multiplayer.
Yeah.
It is multiplayer. I'm saying it's not battle royale. Like, it's not like that's what my initial thought was with the ever-changing map and crap.
But I thought the notion of that cube with people running on edges of the landmass, super unique. Those guys have got some imagination to it.
It's not just they got the tech. They were talking in the press release. They're talking about how they have like this tech they use to have like flying objects, certain amount. I don't know. Let's see.
Mad. We got Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I loved the dig at Nintendo. Did you hear the dig? Where he was like, unlike another popular kart racer, we're on everything.
And cross-platform.
Yeah. Oh, no, and he talked about having cross-play.
Yeah.
With everything. And they got Minecraft in there.
Yeah.
So everyone thought Mario Kart World would be like Smash Kart. Turns out Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is going to end up being Smash Kart before Mario Kart is.
Yeah.
I hope they get Banjo in there again, like the first Sonic Racing.
Any excuse to get Banjo back?
I figured it out.
Yeah, bad.
We're good.
Okay, let's make sure audio issues are good. Now we're fine.
Yeah, no, it's not lagging, which means we're fine.
Right? Yeah.
And arguably the most interesting development from an Xbox point of view. So right before the show started, someone sent me the trailer for Wu-Tang, Rise of the Deceiver, and I'm like, oh wow, the game is still alive. And then it looks very different to what was rumored. So I think, not Jack, 10 memberships. Thanks for that.
Oh my God!
Yay!
Thank you, Not Jack.
It helps a ton.
So I think Jez, and I want to say, was it Insider Gaming or Tom Warren? I can't remember which had reported, I think, that Rise of the Deceiver was more of like a Diablo-like, which is what I had heard about it as well. But quite a while back, and I said it was quite a while back, I'd heard that the game was not in the greatest of shape, but that was a long time ago. So the fact that all of a sudden it's no longer with Xbox and a completely different game would suggest that that maybe was some accurate
Yeah.
I mean, like,
information.
sure is. More memberships.
sure
There's just
is.
an army of XboxEra folks right now. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Shrez, Kevin S, and God, who said the other ones? Not Jack. My God,
Not Jack.
my brain.
He's asking if Nick got one. You got one a little earlier, right?
No, I don't have one.
Nick never gets them for some reason.
Wait, you still didn't get
I'll never get it. And I turned it on. I'm pretty sure I turned it on, the gifting.
Like, so we there's so much. So we like with Wu-Tang Clan.
But did you like the look of Wu-Tang? I thought it looked
like
cool.
5 seconds.
It looks okay, but like I have no relationship to Wu-Tang's music, like personally. So
yeah.
So like the hype for that it doesn't really exist for me.
Ooh, fancy.
But like I all the love to folks that are like, whoa, as long as they utilize the music well, great. You know?
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be a good game too.
Yeah, but like that part parcel. That's par for the course.
Parcel for the course.
We saw Noir Shooter Mouse PR for Hire, which has added Troy Baker as its lead character.
Oh, really? Is he voicing it?
He's
Wow.
voicing
Okay.
Sometimes the comments have them, but not for a video this big.
God damn it.
Oh, there we go.
Hey,
Thank
you, the Kale AB Sam. I don't know what the fuck that
the
means.
Dark Lab Summer? I can't read that.
the Caleb Samuel. He did the timestamps. We appreciate it. Yeah, so PI for Hire, Mouse PI for Hire. I think this looks better every time I see it.
And guess what?
It looks cool.
We'll be seeing it in a few days.
I looks really cool. I love that it kind of like has that sprite effect from Doom, like old school. Do you remember like you turn and the sprites kind of turned with you no matter what? It gives me that vibe.
It's a really good main character named Jack Pepper.
It is.
Yeah.
Yo, when Jeff said, and it's Troy Baker again. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Running
doing
well for
somewhere.
Troy Baker.
Good for him. Go get that bag, Troy.
And
I will say this. We
And I
saw
really
Jeff
like
at
the
Summer
look.
Games Fest, and he looked miserable.
Yeah, he didn't look happy. He didn't look happy at Summer
Why?
Games Fest today. We don't know. I think the entire crew from Insider Gaming had like stopped him for photos, and he was like, "God, these guys." And then he saw like Tom Henson, and he was like, "Oh my god, it's the biggest journalist in the world." Maybe felt a little bit inadequate. I can't say, but that might be why.
He's probably just stressed. This is like a super high stress weekend for him.
Yeah.
Like
Imagine being bombarded with so much stuff tagging you and
Yeah,
criticizing or praising.
and someone who reads everything. Like,
Yeah, I get the impression Jeff really reads it.
Yeah, that's cool. Danny Payne and his wife are on the Wu-Tang game team.
Yeah.
Just needed to see it.
Yeah.
Turned up at the hotel bar last night in their Wu-Tang t-shirts. I was like, "Hey guys!" I was like, "What happened with Microsoft?" And they were like, "No comment." Like they with a wink and a smile, you know.
That's
Like
fun.
so. Yeah. What else? What else?
I thought
got-
felt that boxing looked very
Oh.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that looks
It's
so
like
It looks
Punch Out.
amazing.
it's
It
gonna
was
be
like
trailer
Punch
of the
Out,
show.
but with like Muppets.
I could see
It
that.
looks cool.
Yeah. Trailer of the show.
Trailer of the show for me.
Yeah,
That felt
yeah.
like laugh out loud funny.
That is the first time that someone said if that was a Pixar movie or if that is photorealistic.
Yes,
That is unreal.
Isn't it?
it looks fantastic.
It is. It looks real.
They got
It
the
actually
weird
looks full
they got the
real.
weird physics behind
Yeah.
someone moving a puppet and then getting out the wires.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's full on how they've done it.
And,
I
the
don't
game
know
is
how
a-
well it's going to play.
Yeah.
It's also like you make your
Um,
own story and stuff too, right?
I don't know. I have no idea.
They mentioned something like your own narrative
Don't know.
choices and blah blah blah.
Did they?
Yeah. When Jeff was talking about.
I'll take your word for it. I can't remember. But yeah, that looks. Yeah, save the orphans. gosh. It's so
Out of
good.
Words.
It's
Out of
so
Words
good.
looked nice.
Huh?
That co-op Out of Words game.
Oh
Yep.
yes, Epic
That was
again.
all handmade. Yeah, that looks really nice.
It does. I'm very
Um,
curious because I reviewed Harold Halibut, and that was all handmade.
Mm.
I didn't
Yes.
love
mm.
Harold Halibut in the end. I would admired the craftsmanship, and I'm very curious about Out of Words in terms of gameplay now and how that's going to play and feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm hoping maybe
Mm.
we'll get a chance to try it this weekend.
This was the game with the friend pass,
Hopefully.
right?
Yes.
So it's interesting that you use the words friend pass. I'm like, oh, is this an EA game? No, I guess it's now just industry standard. You
Yeah.
call that?
You can't copyright words, can you? Well,
Well,
don't know.
you can.
I don't think EA have. But I'm just saying it's a friends pass. It's pretty cool. What else? We got a
Infinitesimals.
sorry.
Infinitesimals, another epic one.
Grounded,
I think.
grounded for grown-ups, right?
Yeah, it looked cool. I
It
thought
looks
looked cool.
interesting. Looks interesting. I don't think that's
Mm.
playable here this weekend though. Infinitesimal.
I thought all three were.
I might be wrong.
Epic had an ad. That was one of the ads saying we're here and we're playable. And that was before they even showed Infinitesimals. So I was like, oh, what is this weird bug-looking game?
Okay.
I'm actually surprised a lot of the games had PS5 and Xbox, but didn't have Switch 2.
because no one has dev kits.
Yeah, you can't put it on yet.
Yeah, they didn't give people dev
Mm.
kits.
Well, they did. No Man's Sky had dev kits. Oh
Yeah.
no, they had deaf kids.
Yeah,
They had deaf kids in a secret room, not dev kits.
that's funny.
So,
Nick, what do you think? What do you think had the biggest crowd reaction? I'm not sure how much you could hear from the stream.
apart from
Apart from Resident Evil, there's one moment that had the biggest crowd reaction that I noticed.
I don't know. Probably was it Bond? I don't know.
No, it was friggin' Sonic, dude. When the first surprise character showed up, the entire crowd was like, "What the?"
no, it was when in Sonic it was the
Hatsune Miku showed up.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, it wasn't. No, it was
Okay, Joker. Yes, Joker.
No, it was Joker.
And,
Come on.
Haji.
Yeah, from
Ichiban.
Ichiban.
Ichiban
Thank you.
from-
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think Hatsune Miku had the bigger instant what the F reaction that I could tell.
I was like, who's that?
This game looks great. I'm dying to play it.
Yes. this
Sonic
was
and
super-
All Stars Racing Transform, still the best kart racing game ever made.
I think people are looking at all the new characters a little too much because it is gonna be fantastic car racer.
And they
Right.
immediately showed it does the transform shit
Yes,
again.
exactly.
Yeah.
Finally. Oh my god. The last game was okay, but like the
Yeah,
first one.
the last game was essentially like Diablo 4 or Destiny 2, where they just kind of forgot what people really liked
Yeah.
about them.
Yeah. Oh, some fighting words there.
Yeah. There's so much here. Arc Raiders got a release date for October,
They did kind of lead all their fans into thinking it was a shadow.
and they
Right.
did apologize for it. So we had Lego the Builder's Journey guys
Yes.
came out.
Yeah,
of
Lego
nowhere.
Party.
No, well, hold up.
Yeah.
Lego the 2-player co-op adventure game. So do you remember the diorama-like one,
Oh.
the puzzle one, Builder's Journey?
Yeah.
This is a co-op Lego game where you're working together using Lego physics and stuff to solve stuff as a co-op game. That looks fantastic. And then yes, we had Lego Party, which also looks brilliant. And we're
Just
playing
Mario
it.
Party, but Lego.
It's I met chatted with some folks that had played it earlier today. They said it is fantastic. So
We're playing that Monday
More
morning.
memberships.
oh my god.
Yeah, Chuck.
Brian,
More memberships.
thank you so much, Brian.
And
Thanks,
that
mate.
was a
Also,
renewal. A renewal from
An honourable Merc. Member for 1 month. Usually asleep when you're on. Here to give you some support before I head to work. And thanks
Thank
for what you
you.
do. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, man.
It's nice being global and like no matter what time, people will be able to join in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it is very cool. God, there's so much.
Onimusha.
Yeah.
Have you played any of the previous ones?
Nope.
Jesse has. right?
Onimusha.
Onimusha, it was great and then was okay. And this one looks amazing.
Oh, I know what got a really good
Yep.
crowd reaction.
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim.
Yes. Yes, it did.
Oh,
mean-
yes. Scott Pilgrim EX.
Canada
Yeah.
represent
The what was it? The
vegan.
vegans. by 3 rival gangs. I mean, this cracks me up.
The vegans, the robots, and
The demons. Like, this was hilarious. That was cracking. Mind's
And
Eye.
it's being developed, I believe, by Tribute Games, who made Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah.
Really?
So, and they're also doing Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Yep.
So,
So Dogg Music's publisher.
Yeah, Dogg means the
Yeah,
publisher.
these guys
I know
are
what they're
just
doing.
cranking out incredible side-scrolling beat 'em ups.
Yeah.
So I would be expecting Scott Pilgrim EX as well as Marvel Cosmic Invasion to both be incredible video games.
Yeah.
Very much looking forward to those two.
Man,
We
it's
got
so much.
I think they revealed She-Hulk and Rocket for
Yeah.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Yeah.
My God, the DLC possibilities for Marvel Cosmic Invasion are pretty much endless. They can just keep adding Marvel characters as they please to it, and people will buy them. I'll buy them. I don't give a shit how much they charge. What else did we see? What else did we see? Street Fighter 6's Year 3 pass.
That was a fun
So we
video.
That was
got-
a really cool trailer. Yeah. That was fun.
It was very funny how they did that video. We
So-
got Sagat, Ingrid, that
Yeah.
unknown random character from a cancelled Street Fighter crossover game or something from years ago, who was also in Capcom Fighting Jam, I think. Who are the other two characters? I
Alex.
can't even remember who they were now.
Alex.
Oh, yes,
and,
Alex from Street Fighter 3.
first one, the-
Yes.
Long hair, I forgot her name.
Viper.
Viper. There we go.
See, Viper.
See Viper.
Ah, yes, Viper. Yeah. From
The Fatal
Street
Fury.
Fighter 4. Street Fighter 4, Sea Viper.
Wasn't she in like other stuff and they brought her over?
See Viper.
Well, she was Alpha.
Nah,
Street Fighter.
I'm pretty
I
sure
thought she was Alpha.
Sea Viper, I'm pretty sure was Street Fighter 4.
Okay.
Let me just look her up.
It's supposed to be
Sea
weird about
Viper, yep. First appearing in Street Fighter 4. See?
Okay.
that. Okay.
Name of Street Fighter lore. Don't
Mhm.
worry about me, mate.
Nick, did you
yeah.
All I
know
see was
this?
very good.
Did you know this pass beforehand, or was this kind of tight?
Which one?
This one, the Street Fighter one.
No, I didn't know.
Okay, all right. If you don't know, it means probably
Um,
pretty on the down low. Oh, speaking of, I saw a dude. Didn't say hi to him or anything, but
Yeah, Max.
Max dude.
He's
Oh,
very
really?
tall.
He's there.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's here.
There's
He was over the moon with the Tokon Fighting Souls announcement.
Mhm.
You should have seen his reaction.
Oh, I need to watch.
Oh
that.
my God, he lost it.
I do love
Um,
a Maximilian reaction.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
one
he
thing,
lost his
quickly, Jesse mentioned it. People are so tall. Also, because the chat's talking about my height. I'm 5'7". I'm not 4'9".
Short kings, all right.
Everyone
motherfuckers?
here. I've met a few people, and like I've been meeting like Easy Allies guys. Like I'm collecting them. I met Bloodworth.
Yeah.
So freaking tall. These guys are so
Yeah,
tall.
yeah.
It's crazy.
As a shorty, I'm used to seeing people taller than me. Like, it's normal, man.
It
It's,
is,
it's gonna
it
be
is,
okay.
but
It's gonna be
I
okay.
don't know, man. I'm average for my ethnicity. Okay, that's all I know.
Yeah, like in the end, I thought Jeff put on a great show. Like, as I'm going through all these things,
Yeah.
this
It was
was rock
good.
solid.
And we got Resident Evil 9, obviously. We haven't spoken about
Yes,
Resident Evil 9.
And the
Resident Evil
beta switch
Requiem.
they did.
Yeah, like the switch out of, like, you know, it'll be in the blink. As soon as he said blink of an eye, I was like, okay, either you're going to do it as the show closer and this is like a little fake out, or it's been given to Microsoft and it's on Sunday. Like,
it was also an ad for every game being on sale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
30th anniversary.
the
So
way-
they had the ad where they teased, and then they were like, "Hey, we're back."
Oh, flip.
which is really, really good.
When
We got
I,
a super
when I
chat
saw the
right about this.
raccoon, when I saw the Raccoon City part of that trailer, I was like, "Wait, is this Resident Evil 1 remake?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Hold on a second, what's going on here?" And then, yes,
The
Resident Evil
fan
9.
reaction when they saw the Raccoon
RP.
City sign.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, FBI, this feels Alan Wake. Yeah, this feels
Yes,
Remedy.
yes.
But
Right
I
away.
told
Yeah.
Ursula that.
Like,
That is how RE Engine hair looks.
So like, is this a new DMC? What
Yeah.
the hell's going on? Like, this is clearly Resident Evil. But...
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell straight away it was RE Engine.
You know,
Straight away,
speaking
you could.
of the crowd reaction, if you're on the Patreon channel in the Discord, I'll upload the RE crowd reaction to that. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, we got the whole video
Cool.
for it's in the vlog has literally
Oh, it has all the
everything.
reactions in it.
I put everything in it.
Oh,
yeah.
sick. I didn't
It's
know that.
37 minutes long
Oh,
if you
fuck
want to
yeah.
see
Head
it.
over to the Patron channel.
day two.
Check it out. There's a lot of cool stuff in there.
Yeah, it was been a fun time.
There's a super chat from Brandon Martin. My two biggest games from the show yesterday were Ill and RE9. I lost my mind seeing Wasteland Raccoon City. I'm so excited. I already have the days requested off to play RE9.
Yeah, 'cause
Nice.
it got a date in
Yeah.
late February, 27th.
Yeah, like 2026 is going to get off to a roaring start straight away.
When's the last
Oh,
time a
by
game
the
was
way-
announced and dated?
By
Yeah,
the
this one was
way,
delayed.
By the way,
between the state of play and Summer Games Fest, why are 90% of this year's video games releasing in September? Why is everything coming out in September?
GTA's not coming out anymore.
Oh my god, everything was September. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, it is nuts. And it just popped into my head, like with Brandon mentioning ill. That was the other biggest fan reaction. The baby cam with the zombie
yeah.
baby, and then the player character going,
Bang. Just boots him.
that was absolutely brutal. Can we see that? This is a Munfish published game. Let's get the baby on. Let's, if we can't kick a baby, what are we doing? I love the
Dismemberment.
dismemberment
Yeah.
animations. Look really
Yeah.
incredible. It's just absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, visually
Give me the
unbelievable.
heebie-jeebies. I
this
don't
game.
like this at
So-
all.
With Munfish, none of the
Looks
Munfish
great.
games were given even dates, like years starting.
So full on.
Oh my
Like,
god.
Look at that.
Patrons, I know that you probably will want to see me playing ill,
Right.
so I'll make that happen. Like, God.
Do you want to touch on the Splitgate 2 stuff? With-
yeah, let's talk about
development?
Ian making a hell of a misjudged statement and choice of attire. Splitgate 2 is genuinely a great shooter. I've been playing it before we came out here. I know Proven, who's been playing it a lot more than me. I don't know if you guys have had a chance. I don't know, Nick, if you've had a chance.
Portals.
No, is it free to play, is it?
No, the portals is what I'm saying. I like how it plays, but I can't do all the portal stuff.
Then
man.
don't. Just shoot people in the face.
You can do that. I played Splitgate 1 a little bit, but the portals were such a big part of it that I'm like, I just
Nah,
wanna
you
shoot
can
people.
you can do pause, but you don't have to. Like I
Okay.
don't. I'm very not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
okay.
play it a lot, and I don't really worry about the pause too much unless I need to. But yeah, Ian rocked up on stage, and I'd heard what this was before it was announced. And
An unfinished battle royale.
yeah, it's an interesting concept, and I haven't dived deep into the idea, but as I understand it, there are the large what they call onslaught maps, which is their 4v4v4v4 mode.
Okay.
But they're connected now via giant portals into a battle royale. How that quite works, like in terms of if one team is in one map and another team is in a map completely disconnected but only connected via a portal, how that feels, I have no idea. But I'm intrigued to check it out when I get back and see how it plays. But yeah, Ian.
The next thing that happened right here.
Ian stood up and wore a "Make FPS Great Again," slagged off Call of Duty, talked some love about Halo, and
Not
Criticized-
Halo, Titanfall.
he did. He talked some love about his
Halo
past.
He
Playing
wanted
Halo.
Titanfall
Yeah.
3. I'm on board
He
for that.
criticised EA for not releasing Titanfall 3.
Yeah.
So it felt like edgy. This what was the description we heard from someone? Ohio Riz.
It was Ohio Riz.
Ohio.
Wait, it says here install included with Game Pass.
They have perks.
Yeah, there's perks with Game Pass for Splitgate 2. It's free to play.
Really?
It is
That's what I thought. I thought it was free to play.
It is absolutely free to play.
Yeah, I mean, this was it wasn't just a misjudgment. Either it was a misjudgment, or he's like backtracking, and it was meant to give a statement. You don't wear a hat like that and not know what the connotations are. Not today. Not when there's literally riots in America right now, like 3 blocks down. You know, like
Like I've met Ian.
look,
he's a nice
maybe it's
guy.
because I'm not American. Maybe it's because I'm not American, but I think people are blowing up the hat thing
I
a
agree.
little bit. Like,
It's just an
I
edgy
interpret
joke.
that as just a play on words. I interpret that as just a play on
I-
words, not I'm a right wing FPS fan. That's
Yeah.
not how I immediately decided to take that.
Like,
Okay.
as a Brit,
Yeah.
I look at the whole Make America Great Again. No offense, not getting political. It's kind of hilarious, right? From my perspective.
British
So, yeah. So I'm like, okay, guys. But when I see that Make FPS, he's just having fun with like, how silly and self-centered
It
that
is something I think
Yeah,
that you gotta
I
kind of
didn't-
like know the politics. Like, for example, there's people that are like, "Oh, why are Canadians getting mad at what Trump's saying? He's just joking." And it's like we're not treating it like a joke, right? When he says stuff like 51st State, all that dumb BS crap, like you gotta take it seriously because you don't know what this guy.
But like, what is serious about this?
So the issue with this is emulating that. So it's very much, in my opinion, a right-wing dog whistle. If it is or isn't, I'm not sure, but like, he's not doing himself first.
He's not talking about
Mine.
politics up there. He's
That
just
is the political hat. That's a political
it's
hat.
not a political.
is.
That is a political hat.
Come
You
on.
cannot. That is a political hat, 100%. I think he thought he might have got away with it in black instead of red. If it was red, it'd be like fully political. But
I
But
just
it's not
think
just a
he's
I don't
saying
want the
that
joke.
Okay, I
It's-
understand people
it's
didn't
him
like the
just-
joke, but it's just
no,
a
no,
fucking
but
joke.
it's not just a political hat. It's a political hat at the expense of current modern day shooters, which I don't agree with. Like inherently, I don't think FPS are bad and need to be made great again. You know what I mean? So like, it's also an insult
think it's
to
just-
games being released today.
him talking up his own game. I just think
I
it's
mean,
him
why do you got to
talking
push
up
other
his
things
own
down to
game,
push
and-
yourself up? No one else. Now, what developer says, "Oh, those guys suck. We're great."
I think it's an overestimation of edginess, and it's like
yeah.
it is not that big a deal. I understand.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I understand the
100%.
point you're making,
Yeah.
but like immediately, and I feel for the guy because immediately all the fucking, the writers I'm talking about. Let's fucking dig in. We've got a target. Go get it with our birds.
He put himself out there. I don't feel much sympathy here because it's like you
Yeah.
knew what you were doing, especially where he had a bat in his hand. He was being super edgy.
The bat was from the game.
It's from the game. Yeah, I know. But I mean, like saying the F word
He's,
left
he's
and right.
doubled
it's like,
down.
dude,
He's doubled down on the COD trash talk though.
Yeah.
Yes, and have
He's-
you seen their social media manager, by the way? That
Yeah,
dude is going on. It's if you're curious, want to laugh a little bit, check out Splitgate to his Twitter account.
I mean, he apologized and he said, like, no, I don't mean it politically. I just.
Oh, he
I-
did make a statement.
Yeah, let me find his statement
Yeah.
so that because, like, again, I interviewed this guy for like 45 minutes to an hour, and the impression I got was someone that missed the way that shooters used to play, the arena shooters, and they made a game that had a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, you might not agree with the joke, or you might not find the joke funny. But I genuinely don't believe he intended harm or tried to have
I
a
don't know this
political
guy.
viewpoint.
yeah, I didn't either.
Like it's just like you made an edgy joke, you thought it'd be funny, look how and it wasn't. It just fell flat. Whoops.
Right there.
That's Ian.
4-minute video.
Yeah, no, that's him just like talking stuff.
Also, it was mixed with this, and then bashing COD while having stuff that's more expensive than COD, which, by the way,
Yeah.
they did reduce
Oh, yeah, of course.
in
You
price.
can't have a $145 bundle.
$45 bundle on sale for 80 US, which is now $40, which is, I guess, more reasonable.
I mean,
People do not want make blank great again. They don't want it.
They don't. They
don't.
They don't
go
go
you
for
anywhere.
it.
say you say that the prices of their bundles are expensive compared to COD. COD's not free to play.
It's not. It's not. I
No, no.
agree. But it's still 150 US dollars,
Yeah,
bro.
you can look at Valorant and like their biggest ones are $80, and you're discounting to $80.
Yeah.
They
price-
cut the prices.
No, I
they cut the
get
prices
it,
by
but
50% and refunded
Yeah,
anyone
the
that
social
bought
media
it.
managers like, I don't think they should have done that, but whatever.
No,
it's okay.
in the end,
Funny
they're
guy.
they're optional cosmetics. You don't have to buy them.
Yeah.
No, no.
Yeah.
You look at them and you go, Jesus Christ, that's insane, and you move on.
That being said, as someone who's deep into like the Halo Twitter stuff, Halo constantly gets flagged on for having $20 cosmetics. Like, oh my god, what is this? Why are they doing this? And so it kind of cracks me up when a game comes up with $145 cosmetics. Like,
I think Halo fans complaining about $20. It's like, don't buy it then, guys.
I agree. I fully agree with you.
Shut the
100%.
fuck
Mm.
up.
Just
Right.
don't buy it.
But the final statement.
Super chat
Nick,
from
the
Ian
statement from Ian, on Splitgate 2 following the controversy was, I'm not here to apologise, but I am here to clarify. This is not a political statement. It is quite literally what it says. Take it at face value. The state of multiplayer FPS games is tragically stale. We hope to fix that, whether you want to play an arena shooter, a battle royale, onslaught, or make maps. Ian.
So yeah, so even there, I would disagree personally, right? Like, I don't think so, and I think Splitgate 2 kind of took a step in the opposite direction there, making things look a little more generic, hero shootery with like the faction you choose and things like that. You know what I mean? Like, But that's just my opinion. That's
I don't know. It's everyone's got an opinion.
Everyone's got it.
They're like ourselves.
everyone's got one.
We did have a super chat.
We do.
Go ahead, Nick.
Ian Glenn with a super chat. John, Resident Evil Requiem playthrough live stream? Ooh, baby.
Absolutely.
I prefer ill,
Both.
but yes, we owe the patron stuff.
You know what
So
I want to play? I want to review and play on stream is Project Century as it used to be.
Yeah.
Oh boy, does that look good.
What's the new name again?
Project
It's
Century.
stranger
Which one
than
was that
heaven.
again?
I knew it. I was just asking.
Oh, yes. The
This looks
Yakuza
cool.
one.
So it's a detective game.
I love detective games.
You can tell people were listening to Jeff because, like, he said Rura Gotaga, whatever the name of the studio is, and then people still reacted when the logo came up.
What?
Right? I'm like, logo.
I mean, I was expecting it to be another, Yakuza game, but set in a new era. But this is not a Yakuza
Yeah,
game,
and this
right?
seems like their new tech they're doing for Street Fighter V with the crazy good animation. Whatever
You
they're
mean
doing
Virtua
here,
Fighter
it's
6?
so smooth.
Yes.
It looks great. Like I'm loving all these imaginative new ideas.
Yeah. And, like, for a studio that keeps making the same game 7 times, this looks cool.
Sure.
Oh god.
It's funny. I remember when they first showed a clip for this, when they first revealed this.
Yeah, last December.
And the visuals looked almost real, but now you see it and it's very much looks like a video game. It doesn't have that almost photorealistic post-processy look to it anymore.
Yeah.
It still looks nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good that they're doing something a little bit different.
Also, am I
but
the only
yeah.
one that feels like this game's going to take place over the full century? Like, you're playing some dude here who looks like he's not normally human, right? You look at the eyes there. Like, something's
No, it's an Asian
maybe.
person with blue eyes.
No, dude. But the first trailer was 1913, and this is 1943. Like,
Yeah,
it's,
I'm not saying no, but I do think the end reveals that he's not quite Japanese because
Like a blue-eyed samurai.
okay, yeah. I see what
Yeah.
you mean. I see what you mean. But there are also some theories going on of who this character isn't in terms of the Yakuza universe. I don't play the game, so
It looks good. It looks good. All right, and the last one we have to mention because these two played it today, and it segues us nicely into just talking about some gameplay stuff. Wukong Fallen Feathers. They got a new trailer ahead of its release, which is coming out in July. You guys got to play it today. I came and watched you play it for a bit. How did you guys feel about it?
it's good.
Yeah.
So there's, as Sol knows, for the non-From Software games that play like this, they're Bloodborns, they're Sekiros, Liza Peak. This is the faster, more cooldown and move focused type of game.
Yeah.
Where Elden Ring is that set heavy roll.
Yeah, exactly. Like, number one thing, you dash, you don't roll. Like, that
Yeah.
alone kind of like
Yeah,
differentiates
you
it.
dash, you can parry, what you can do in Elden Ring in them, but this is fast. It's again gorgeous. Like, it looks really good. There are some, occasionally you get some assets that are pretty low quality.
Yeah,
They don't look the bestest, but
Austin T's querying on difficulty.
very by the end of the demo.
So, like, our demo, just really quick, we had 3 places to play. The very beginning, which we didn't do, like the middle-ish, which Jesse played, and then like a boss fight, which I played a little bit of. It all looked tough.
Pause it on that. There you go. That also insane jiggle physics. He has huge badonkas, and they just go whoop 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 whoop. Enormous butt. Like Chinese and Korean devs really into the TNA. It's a lot of dress up where you're changing your outfits.
Is his Xbox's Stellar Blade?
No, not that much.
Not in terms of gameplay.
You can put armor on her. You can
okay.
She can look incredibly cool or super dolled up.
Like,
sexy.
Stellar Blade, no matter what you put on, it's gonna look sexualized.
Okay.
With this character, you can put clothing on this character.
Yeah, like I had her in full chainmail and she looked like a soldier.
Yeah.
With huge moves that kept bouncing everywhere.
Leave the clothes off her. Leave them off.
But
it's complex. It's also not, you don't use souls. There's no runes. You're finding currency to upgrade. Your upgrades are like flat stat
you're right,
increases or
There's a skill
unlocking
tree?
moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, whole skill tree to unlock. Every weapon is essentially a class that you can customize. So your right trigger is your heavy attack. Your right bumper is your short attack. Your left bumper is a cooldown or a a super move that requires you building up a couple of pips to use, and then your left trigger is your defensive move. So, and you can change that per weapon, like the chain spear, which is like a steampunk spear.
Yeah, really cool looking.
And yeah, this is a lot about dress up with her.
I mean, get that money, right? Like,
yeah, I had a chat with one of the developers on standby. They were talking about how the game's been received, and it's doing incredibly well, especially in China.
It's only number 2 to
behind
GTA.
they went ahead of them.
So I feel like this is going to be a good release. And he also said comparatively for difficulty and for folks that are like, is it Souls-like, is it whatever? He most closely compared it to Bloodborne.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, is a Souls-like, or the Souls.
It was just like their faster, be more aggressive version. Because Bloodborne was about getting your health back from damage.
Yes, I'd say it kind of reminded me of the other Wolong a little bit in terms of more action heavy.
No vile grinding.
Yes.
So the main Souls-like mechanic is your bonfire equivalent, which is a shrine you pray at. To get your health flasks back, you can reset the game world state. It's also, you can do a whole bunch of shit there.
Yeah. What the hell is it?
It's a
huge wheel.
It's a really big, enormous, deep game in ways like Black Myth Wukong are. So they like complications.
It looks fun. It's coming out in a month or so. I'd say in terms of difficulty, try it yourself. I mean, it's on Game Pass, right?
The tutorial and middle areas I played weren't hard. It will lock you into animations.
Yeah.
So you can't spam.
And like usual, these games are less about difficulty, more about patience, right? Can't just rush blinding in. You gotta like learn enemies' moves, blah blah blah. It was fun. The boss I fought, one thing I wanted to say was it really readable. Which actually we're gonna be writing we wrote a preview already. It should come out soonish. Maybe while we're here, that'd be nice.
What?
Yeah, the preview, right?
We get 3 things a day, and we've already got 2 used for tomorrow. So figuring out when videos can go. Patrons will get them early.
Yes,
that's right.
Everyone.
You'll get a more structured thoughts on the game, but like the boss, I fought a random boss, humanoid boss. Thankfully, not enough of those regular, normal-sized humanoid bosses in games. Very readable. I could instantly parry, which I do not do. I don't parry, so like it was super responsive. I think
some of the different defensive moves are also different types of parries. It's not not just timing based. Sometimes it's like they're gonna hit you and you let go and then you attack. It was really cool.
The axe was just a block, right? Like
the axe was just a block. There's perfect dodge bonuses. So if you're about to be hit and you dodge, you get this like blue glow over you and you get buffs.
Dude, one of the moves, one of the tutorials came up, it's like if you do a full circle around someone, then press right trigger, you do a special move.
Yeah.
So I tried, I'm like, this is kind of cool. What the heck?
It was super deep, but you're just thrown in and said, because they've got like 400 friggin' people to get through the game.
6 stations.
Yeah. 6 stations, gorgeous TVs.
Any game, actually, I think.
It was a very impressive visually. The fidelity on display, and bear in mind that these builds are running on PC, so I can't comment as to how it's going to feel on console yet. I don't think anyone can.
No.
It looked great. Really, really bright and colourful, vibrant, detailed. I think people are going to be in for a treat with this one. Even I got a more action adventure, like more in my lane vibe than I would be normally with a Souls like. So even I'm kind of like, oh, this might be worth a try.
I forgot Nick was here.
Who?
Oh, my bad. I kind of did a little bit.
Sorry, Nick. Yeah, we're in the stuff we tried camp. We love you. So that's Wu Chang Fallen Feathers.
Big get for Xbox.
We should have a review for that when it launches. Unfortunately, we didn't get one for Liza P because only like 5 outlets were given early access. I have the code. They gave it to me immediately. Next week's streams, I'll stream the shit out of it and do a review. It'll be fun.
Yeah. I also got to try, and we mentioned it earlier in the show, tried Mixtape from Beethoven and Dinosaur, Johnny Galvatron's team. This is the guys that made Artful Escape.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. No, that does not mean any kind of crazy shadow drop or anything like that. They're just working as hard as they can to get the game out when they can. Nick, you're gonna be in love with this game, bro. You are gonna be all over this. You know how like Artful Escape had a vibe?
Yeah.
This is all about the vibes, bro.
Yeah.
You can tell from the trailer.
Honestly, it made me smile. I'm gonna have a short preview, like my thoughts up. Hopefully tomorrow.
Are you reviewing Mixtape or am I?
We'll see who fights about it. I'm really keen, and I didn't get to do Artful Escape.
If I get Nick a free copy,
Yeah,
I'll
I
be
did
really
Artful
happy.
Escape.
If we just get you a code, you don't have to do any work, right? That's usually your favorite way of doing things, surely.
Yeah. Maybe Johnny will give me a code. I'll ask him.
Like just he's here with his family as well. Like, they all came over,
Little baby.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He took
yeah,
the family up
4-year-old.
because he's got his baby too.
Yeah, his
Yep.
4-year-old brought along.
Oh,
So,
man.
but like all of
Oh my
those
god,
kind
the
of
kid's
scenes,
4 already.
Oh, you played that?
yes,
You played the shopping cart one.
yeah, like
Jesus
the
Christ,
game
he's
so
already
far.
4.
I can't describe it fully because I don't know. It was literally the first 30
They were
minutes.
so proud of
You
this,
know what
by
it's
the way?
like?
This right here. The
The
TPM.
toilet paper.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of, John?
What?
Split Fiction.
Yes,
You are constantly jumping from different game
Oh,
mechanics to
interesting.
different game mechanics.
Yeah.
So like everything you see when they're rocking out in the car,
Yeah.
when you're throwing toilet paper, when you're using the shopping cart, when you're skating, that's all different gameplay mechanics
Yeah.
you have control over.
A bunch of mini games.
Some,
It looks
some
cool.
might just
It looks
be,
sick.
they might just be press X, A, and B to rock out. It might be only use your tongues to have the world's most amazing
Oh,
French kiss.
I don't want to spoil it.
Don't spoil it.
The
Don't spoil
game has a moment where, like, it's a lot about music and memories, and growing up, right? And this is on the eve of their last night together with these big friends, and she's kind of like they've got this plan to like have one last adventure together, and they're reminiscing. And you can go around, you can pick up different things in a room, and the photo triggers a memory about her first kiss. And like the way that they did the kiss, I don't want to ruin it. It is
John, let's reenact it for them.
no, good lord! I have never pressed the notification to say, "Okay, that's enough." Like it's hilarious, and that's the other thing. It is laugh out loud funny. Like we were in stitches.
I could hear it, and I was still like, I was
straight
just
up.
laughing at what was going on.
It was very, very, very positive.
One thing I'll say is it's more gameplay than Artful Escape for sure. So for those of you who played Artful Escape, we're like, this is fun, cool experience. I'm
It's-
holding right
you're-
trigger,
and
right
jumping.
thumbstick.
Interesting.
It's jumping.
There's all the
It's
rhythm
jumping.
stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, all right. But this
Give it a
definitely
break.
feels like more
This is jumping
like-
around
yeah.
to very different feeling
big
genres.
step up. I think.
Yes,
And
Yeah.
it was gorgeous.
yeah, probably one of the prettiest games of the day.
Crazy
Yeah.
how good.
Yeah.
Like Nick, when you see that, so that takes the stop motion animation of South of Midnight and does it, I think, a lot better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a lot stronger.
Yes,
But also seems to fit it better. Instead of being like stutter, it's a smooth stop motion and man.
Yeah, it's a weird way to describe it. It's definitely stronger in terms of like its implementation, like more frames are being skipped of its stop motion. But whereas with South of Midnight, everyone was like, this doesn't add anything for me. I'm just going to turn it off. It feels really good. It's hard to describe. It's a very solid showing from Beethoven and Dinosaur. Annapurna have got a good one there.
Yeah.
We also tried another one from Annapurna, Bounty Star, which when was that revealed? 2022?
22?
Yeah,
Holy
long
crap.
time ago. You are a bounty hunter with a mech in a kind of like old school Western thing, and it's like life as a bounty hunter. You you got to cook your food, you got to do your jobs, you got to build your stuff, prep your mech, and then you go out and you do the bounty. Very small team, 8 devs, couple of contractors.
Yeah. And we were speaking
According
with
to Jeff, that is one solo dev and 7 of the friends.
we were speaking with the creative director, right? Like the main person behind the game. It was really cool.
This game's in Unity, and it's super good looking. It runs really well.
It's coming to Game Pass.
Yeah,
Right?
it's always
Cool.
been ever since they announced it. It's been in Game Pass. It still is. He wasn't 100% sure about Play Anywhere and all that stuff because I think that is handled publisher side. But he was like, I really like that and I want that, so I'm gonna push forward if it's on it. Yeah. There's no embargo on a lot of this stuff, so we're able to talk about it right away, which is super goddamn cool.
One thing I will say is some of it can look a little generic in terms of like some of the assets, stuff like that. But when it does release, give it a shot because the combat feels fantastic.
It looked like it had that avowed impact.
Yes.
Like whenever you were
yes.
meleeing something, it felt like you were just beating the shit out of it.
I would really like an offset to the right. Like that would throw me off a
We
little
did
bit.
mention it, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in terms of like the mech impact, the weight behind it felt really good.
Yeah, there's a couple of super chats, Nick. We'll get to them in a second because I'm going to use one of them to segue nicely into the next and I guess closing part of the show.
Right before we do that,
Yes.
one other thing I think is worth talking about because it's kind of, and we saw some of it a little bit.
I'm just making sure you're not going to break any like
no,
definitely
no.
signed.
No, I wanted to
Okay,
finish up with
good.
Summer Game Fest actually earlier. We also did like this thing where like we saw a bunch of like small games,
Yes.
like in like small little areas, and one of the games there was Fractured Bloom. I think you remember that trailer in the Summer Game Fest show.
Yeah.
It was the weird, creepy girl in the house.
Cooking with the bloody mushroom tomatoes.
Nick, you talking?
No,
Okay.
no, don't remember that.
It was Jeff described it as Doki Doki Literature Club plus Silent Hill, and it was I sat behind. By the way, we met Korkenstein.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
We've gotten the rides from Korkenstein, executive producer, who's amazing,
Fantastic,
constantly driving us around everywhere.
But I was watching him play the demo for like a good 20-30 minutes, and it looked really cool. It looked really creepy. It's like a cooking simulator, and like the time keeps looping, and things kind of change a little bit. Very
so the girl was stuck in a house that keeps making her cook the same meal over and over, while like terrifying her the whole time, and things shift and start moving. And
very cool.
In between the days, you have to like, depending on how long the day took, the faster you go, you have more stamina, so you can grow more crops and do that's like your progression.
Yeah, like
it's very weird and cool.
I was getting unsettled just by watching someone play it with none of the music or sound.
It is going to be an enormous stream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spoke with the dev for a while after too. They're very nice people.
Yeah.
Good for them. Good for them.
That was right up there on the Ray Charles Terrace where we had the Mix event.
Yes, yeah. That was another event we went to. I also played the digital version of Frosthaven.
Oh yeah, you did.
Boy, I don't envy the developer's job of translating all of the things in that board game to be a video game. So I want to just make sure that we've covered everything here. Mohammed Sherez with a super chat, asking if I tried.
Did you try Replaced?
Yeah,
I haven't heard it's here.
I haven't heard it's at Summer Game Fest. I played it last year. I've not played it this year. I don't know what's going on.
Got delayed, right?
Maybe we'll find out tomorrow because it is obviously now at this point time to have a little chit chat about what we think we might see. And there's a super chat that kind of segues us into this discussion from Jay Foley.
Nick.
Yeah, Jay Foley. Call of Duty opens and IP closes. I assume he's talking about the Xbox showcase.
Yeah, that was the clue of the segue.
Yeah. So yes, the Xbox showcase, which will be in about 13 hours from now.
Holy crap! Yes,
give or take.
We still got to have some.
No, it's in 11 hours. No,
10 a.m.
What time is it?
No,
8, 9 o'clock.
My stupid shit.
It's quarter to 2.
13.
It's quarter to 2 p.m. my
hours,
time,
right?
and
My
it starts at
laptop is
3
still
a.m.
My
my
laptop's
time.
still on Tampa time.
Best time.
Yeah,
West
so
Coast,
it's
West
about.
Coast.
Yes, it's 13
Yep.
hours and 15
And
minutes
we've got an
away.
entire preview to write up and do. Oh my god, we have too much shit to do.
Yes, there's a lot. We're going to be up early. I think I would suggest a 6:30, 7 a.m. start and some coffee.
We still got to go out for dinner
look,
Uh,
tonight.
Yes, I know. So that's why I want to try and let's barrel through as
There's
much.
also a lot of questions. A lot.
So predictions. You guys
I reckon I want to preface this discussion and say to everyone, I haven't said this for a little while, but I'm going to say it this time. I reckon temper your expectations for this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron
you
Greenberg
ready?
was out there saying the same thing.
Yeah.
And I
I
think
reckon because what's happened is there's been so many cool announcements in the last 4 or 5 months, and everyone's like, wow, if they're announcing this now, imagine what's at the showcase. And so everyone's been hyping up the showcase as a result of that. And I think you may find that maybe Microsoft should have held on to some of these announcements for the showcase.
yeah, maybe. Maybe it's a fake out. I know the Xbox faithful are probably going to be like, no, It's a trick. It's to lull you into a false sense of mediocre expectation security, and then they'll wow, Banjo-Kazooie, wow, is E-Day this year.
No.
Oh, no, anyone?
I think
I
maybe
forgot the name of.
I think maybe just temper expectations a little bit on this one.
Well,
I just want a Winter Burrow release date for Nisa Howard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Nisa deserves it.
That
You
was
get in
like
the Hobbit game, but you also want your Little Mouse game. I know.
that game was like a palate cleanser between other games for me. Like that's all I was in the previous show.
Yeah. So yeah, predictions wise,
Are you guys doing leaks? Are there leaks?
no, there's no leaks.
I don't think there's any
Hell
leaks.
yeah.
Oh,
other than-
there's one rumor that's
Okay.
floating around that I pray it's real. I doubt it's real, but I very much pray it's real, which is I saw it just this morning. Apparently it's on 4chan.
God.
Sunset
Oh, God.
Overdrive
1.1%.
Sunset Overdrive remastered allegedly, and I was like, "Oh God, please let that be real." I
Okay.
would give anything for Sunset Overdrive remastered.
Would Insomniac be
Absolutely
involved?
anything. No. So according to this rumor, let me just look up
Like,
the
they're kinda
quote
busy, you
unquote
know what I'm saying?
information. Hold on. So, hold on. Oh my God. Sorry. According to the rumor, Blind Squirrel Games, who I think worked on Avowed and whatever. It says here, and this is the line that I think gives it away as bullshit. Sony Interactive licensed the IP to Xbox Game Studios.
But
What?
they own the
What are you
IP,
talking
don't they?
about? Yeah, they
own the
publishing rights for
IP.
the first game is what Xbox has.
Yes,
no,
Xbox has right of refusal or publishing rights to the first game. So there's no lending of anything to anyone.
yeah, Insomniac own the
Um,
IP. That's why they made the deal with Microsoft.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
which means
yeah,
now
yeah.
Sony owns the IP.
Yeah.
Yes.
Due
Well,
out
yeah.
on PlayStation 5, PC, Switch 2, and Xbox.
Oh yeah. So it'd be a
Um,
multi-plat release. That would make sense, actually.
4K and 120 modes on PS5 and Series X. Again, hope that's true.
I mean,
PS5 Pro supports up to 8K. Series S and Switch 2 will be 144060. Includes new costumes from Spyro, Ratchet and Clank, and Resistance via 4chan. So take it with a grain of salt.
You need to be careful
Um,
because people get really mad if you do any Insomniac leaks. Remember?
Right.
yeah.
Think of the poor
I'm not doing
Insomniac.
anything.
devs.
I'm reading out someone else's thing.
But
I'm not
now we're
doing
giving it to
anything.
our audience, and if you do those Insomniac, no one's going to cover those Insomniac leaks.
I mean, it would make sense for getting the game onto other platforms. You know, like.
Oh,
then maybe
look,
people
I
find
pray
appreciate-
this. I've never wanted a rumor to be more real than this.
Yeah, fair.
Sunset Overdrive deserves all the 4K glory.
Yeah.
At 60 or 120. I don't give a shit about 120 for a game like that. 60 is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But my God, everyone deserves to play Insomniac's best game,
Yeah, like it deserves another
which is
chance
what
in the sun.
Sunset Overdrive is.
Yeah.
Sunset Overdrive is Insomniac's best game.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Except the multiplayer sucks, and hopefully that's not a part of this.
Yeah, I agree with you. I hate the defense stuff as well in Sunset Overdrive.
That tower defense
Shooter and
shit.
multiplayer.
Fuck it
Yeah.
off. I didn't like that.
Whatever. It is what it is.
But
How about actual predictions?
Yeah, so let's get into the actual meat of it. So Xbox Showcase 2025, as Nick rightly pointed out, for some reason the last couple of months have been full of, like, I think it's fair to say, showcase level kind of announces, right? With Oblivion Remastered, Shadow Drop, they could have done that at a showcase and blown up the internet. Gears Reloaded. They could have done that at the showcase, and that would have, like,
Gears on PlayStation? But to be
Yeah.
fair, that would have been all the talking point.
right? It would
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
it's gonna happen. Like
Yeah.
you just gotta
It is already the thing.
yeah. So, like, I think it's fair to understand why the perspective from a lot of Xbox fans is, well, they chose not to, and maybe there's a reason. Maybe it's a schedule. Maybe it's to space stuff out. We don't know. We won't ever know, right? But what do you think, Nick? What are you hoping? What is your, like, Hail Mary, like, what's your baseline expectations and what's your, like, please let this one happen?
Look, I'm not expecting much because I feel like there's not much Microsoft hasn't already shown.
Yeah.
Again, the issue is just it's what I'm hearing is don't expect too much from this show.
I think a lot of talk like that for people as
Right
well
back.
is also don't expect enormous like AAA things. It doesn't mean there might not be exciting smaller things, but they know the thing that these big platform showcases normally are like, oh my god, best ever on, are the really big, enormous tentpoles.
like I wouldn't be surprised if the biggest thing in terms of oh my god reaction to come out of this is like Silksong finally appearing again.
Yeah, like that would
I
do
wouldn't be
well.
surprised if that turned out to be the biggest reaction, just because of how feverishly everyone has been like wanting to see Silksong again. And given that's coming to Game Pass, I assume Microsoft still has like quote unquote marketing for that. So I assume Silksong will be there. Not that I care about Silksong because I think Hollow Knight is not great. I'm not as much as I'd like to see Perfect Dark again. I don't expect to see Perfect Dark again. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. I hope Contraband makes an appearance. I hope.
I would like to see Contraband. I agree with you on that. I think it's fair to say that State of Decay 3 is going to show up. Like,
Yeah, it should.
I feel like a
Hopefully.
date for that feels promising, maybe, or a year at least. Like, did we get a year with the last trailer? No. So maybe a year at the minimum. It's interesting. I can see the chat saying, I want to see more Fable. I'm not
I
sure.
don't think you'll see Fable.
The moment they said it was delayed, we weren't seeing it.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah,
want to
I don't
see
think
it,
you'll see Fable.
but I feel like you're gonna see it in January of the Dev Direct for 2026.
Yeah.
That's the first blowout.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they show Contraband, if they show Clockwork, like those
Yeah.
are big games.
Yeah.
Well, Contraband.
Yeah, Clockwork Revolution feels like one. It's been 2-3 years they've been working.
It's been 2
Since they first revealed
I
it,
need to
23.
I need to choose my words carefully here because I don't want to sound disrespectful to any particular game. But I feel like thinking about it more, the first clue that this showcase maybe wasn't going to be the big thing everyone was hoping for was the fact that Outer Worlds 2 was the extended showcase game.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, that's more like what's our next game coming out soon, and I think that's what that was more so.
Yeah, like,
and don't do COD twice in a row. Like
you can't do COD twice in a row, and
oh yeah, we'll probably see COD, won't we?
Yeah, we will.
Won't we see COD?
Maybe actually.
Yeah, you'll see COD.
Yeah, they'll reveal it. Yeah.
Most years we see COD in May, if anything, and we haven't seen
July
it this year in May.
too.
So
yeah. Like personally, I think it's gonna be less games than last year, which is fine because they showed a lot. As long as like the quality of what they show is good enough, I'm gonna love it. Like if they show Clockwork Revolution and it looks flipping fantastic, I'm in. Right? Like this is great.
Do you reckon we'll see Blade? Do you think we'll see Blade?
No way.
No.
Nah. Too soon.
No Blade.
Everwild?
Maybe.
A good chance. Not guaranteed, but a chance.
I don't know. Like after Phil mentioned it on our show, I thought, "Ooh, here we go, Everwild at the showcase." But now I'm not so sure.
Yeah. Portal player in the chat with how long is the actual show? I haven't seen an answer to that question.
I'm gonna assume 90 minutes, including the Outer Worlds. So an hour 20 show, or 2 hours including. You know what I mean? That's usually normal. Right?
Yeah, 90 minutes, something like that. I think was fair. I don't know if that will be including the Outer Worlds, but probably not. So 90 minutes plus 20 or 30 for the Outer Worlds.
Like, I think as long as you go in expecting updates to games we've already announced, rather than like super surprise things like Banjo or I don't know, Splinter Cell, stuff like that, you should still have a really good show. I mean, you're watching us. You have Game Pass. You're gonna play every friggin' thing.
I'm seeing Abdul in the chat. Abdul, I promise you, I don't know anything about this show. I swear to you, I don't know anything about the show. Not a single thing.
Good
I
comment
honestly
from
don't.
Austin T. What no one guesses is what might be new. It's impossible to guess something that we don't know exists.
Last year they revealed, not that they revealed, but Expedition 3 revealed last year.
Yeah. Yes, revealed.
It was right? Yes, holy crap.
Okay.
They revealed potentially Game of the Year that no one ever even knew existed.
That was coming out within a year.
Yeah, so was sharing last year too? It was.
No, but that's been having footage for 5 years. Future.
No,
I
but
can always
Ninja
make it
Gaiden
happen.
4? Ninja Gaiden 4 will probably show some more.
Yes,
I get
yeah,
the date.
yes.
yeah. That's a good shout.
A Double Fine game. We saw Tim Schafer at
I did chat to
Well,
Tim
you never
Schafer
played
today.
I
Fine.
don't care.
Won't be
Um,
Kiln though, will it?
I don't know. We don't know. Like, let's see what happens.
You can super chat and find out, Kevin, but no, he doesn't. I don't think anyone really does, it seems. Not, at least not yet.
They've done a good job. Like I heard, and I won't name them, just in case it turns out to be wrong, and then they feel a bit silly. No,
I don't know.
I heard from an outlet that they know everything that's going to be there,
Yeah.
to the extent that they've already recorded their reaction show and plan to have it ready
What?
1 minute after the release
Like an
of the
alternate.
show,
Oh,
just to make a
oh.
point that it was out there. I don't know. Like, let's see. Like, I haven't heard anything for sure, for definite. The leaks have been very thin on the ground this year, so that surprises me. But maybe we're just not in the loop. I don't know.
Also, technically, for those in chat who haven't seen it yet, we do have a predictions video and article up on the site and the channel. You
Got
can,
like 10,000
yeah, it's doing pretty well, I think, on both. Surprisingly,
people are excited.
like usually, we split it up into what we know, what we expect, what we hope, and I think we did a pretty decent job.
Yeah,
I
I
wrote
saw
my
that too,
segments in
Abdul.
like
A-
3 minutes.
Andy Robinson from VGC was saying that the new leadership at Rare, apparently there's new leadership at Rare, is that right?
Yeah, because Craig Duncan's now
Um,
running all the XGS, right?
Saying it could be massive for the chances of a new Banjo Kazooie.
Dude, every year we say banjo.
Well, it's
man.
because like they hadn't been looking to go backwards to IP; they've been looking to make new. So if there's new leadership, it could change.
I don't know. Every year there's banjo rumors. So like, if it happens, oh wow, we all
There'd be a lot of
expected
happy
it.
45-year-olds in
Like,
it.
and if it doesn't,
Oh man.
I love this super chat from Sherez.
Just say Shiraz.
I did.
No, Nick. Yeah, he says Muhammad.
Uh,
Just Shiraz.
I mean that's his name.
It's not. He changed
Halo Season 3 at the showcase, so the XboxEra team can argue about it on stream, and Jesse walks off in frustration. Yeah, I don't think you're going to see that, mate.
Wait, don't do it. He's here. He can hurt me. He's much.
Oh, wouldn't it be good if we got the Halo remake, Halo CE remake?
That's the one
That'd
where
be
I'm
cool.
like, Ursula and I have had some discussion. He thinks if there's anything Halo, it's going to be announced at HCS Worlds.
October.
I'm like, no one gives a fuck about HCS Worlds, bro. It's only you and like 5 other dudes.
Like, there's like,
I'm joking. Look,
Hey,
like,
listen. Phil Spencer was there last year. I even met him, shook his hand. He complimented my shirt, which was the "You Had Me at Halo" shirt. He's like, funny. I'm like, thanks. And that was it. But they announced the name change there. They announced the switch to Unreal there. And I think that's where they're going to announce Halo stuff that isn't like a super big thing that isn't coming right away, you know?
Man, it's Halo. You do it on the main stage.
If CE is coming out this year,
Yeah.
I agree. But if it's like next year, then
No. Let's see. I would love to see a CE remake, but like I've said, if it's a remake, don't just give me the exact same game I've played 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Change it up. Go broader, go deeper, make level design changes, like
That's
make things
repetition.
longer, adjust stuff. Like give me the same general plot beats, but surprise me, and I will be
And
delighted.
to answer Hytham, multiplats will always be a blog post.
Yeah.
that being said, one thing we predicted in the video, and that we will get for anyone watching, you will see rival console logos at
Yeah.
the show. You will.
It started in January. We'll see it now.
Yep. Just expect it. It's not gonna. It's no longer this big. Oh my god, what the hell are they doing? It's the norm.
Yeah, Phil said they would have done it last year, but they didn't have it ready in time when we talked to him.
And Forza Horizon 6 is
Oh,
another
no.
thing that's been discussed.
That was the biggest
as
change.
well.
That would make that show right away. They're gonna get it to 10 minutes. Like Forza Horizon 6. If it shows up and it's in Japan, dude, that's like an 8-10 minimum.
Someone made a suggestion to me the other day, and it sparked a thought into me. What if all of this, like, and I'm giving those desperate Xbox fans that hate seeing all these franchises releasing on rival consoles just a little modicum of the dream of hope here. What if this is all a long play, right? And it's like it's like, hey, look, here's Forza Horizon 5. Oh my god, this is fucking fantastic. Here's Halo. Oh my god, this is really cool. Here's what? And then it's all fucking sequels. It's like it's exclusive again.
Welcome, my friends, to Xbox Era.
God, you guys, I don't know if it's coming out on YouTube, but you guys are breaking up and stuff heaps.
Oh,
Like, Your
I don't know.
voices are very.
Chat, is Nick lying?
I have no
I'm
idea.
not
Like,
lying.
Look, we're facing some technological
using all
issue.
Wi-Fi. He's probably downloading 10 terabytes right next to it.
You're not loud enough. You're
Like
not-
just
so
now, I
the-
can basically not hear Sol at all. Just
Sol's
not hear him
talking
at
so low
all.
that it's barely moving the meter on the mic.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I'll
yeah.
give up.
Outside of that, in terms of predictions, I haven't got much else. But I do want to hear what the community thinks.
Yeah.
And as we're all in the same room, it's hard to do a quiz show today. So I guess let's dive into some community questions and see what's going on in our wonderful Patreon brains. And there's only one thing we can do to do that, which is to play a little Patreon advert and then talk about how much we love them.
Mm.
Yeah, you wasn't.
This is XboxEra. We're an independent, community-funded publication focused on providing the best coverage and discussion of your favourite platform, Xbox. With best-in-class forums, a kick-ass Discord server, and awesome merch, XboxEra.com is your destination for the best news, reviews, and features focused on what you care about. With shows like the Xbox Era podcast, headlines, and a whole heap of Patreon-exclusive content, we're proud to be an independent publication completely funded by you. If you value having an outlet truly focused on your preferred place to play, you can become one of the cool kids by supporting us directly via Patreon. Just head to patreon.com/XboxEra. You get cool swag and awesome perks, and we get to keep doing what we do. Become a part of the best Xbox community on the internet and help us grow even larger. Thank you for your support.
Before we dive into the community questions, if you're wondering what those are, you've just seen an advert for our wonderful Patreon community, which is absolutely the best way to support Xbox Era, but it's also the best way to be eternally loved by all of us, because the patrons and our YouTube members make all of this stuff, us being here, covering Summer Games Fest, doing crazy stuff like Gamescom, books, Console Wars, the card game, all of that jazz. You guys make it possible. So big thank you to all of our supporters, big and small. We love you guys. So many, many thanks. One of the perks, obviously, is community questions, which is where you get to send in a question every week for us to answer. We're going to tackle those now bit by bit, and we'll see what we're talking about. Nick, who's up first today?
Are we going the form or the forum?
Yeah, go forums, Agent of Chaos.
The form, you mean?
Yep. And I'm not going to show them on screen. I'm going to write them for you for the timestamps.
Okay. God, I don't even. Where the hell
Agent
is the
of
break on them?
Chaos.
Yeah, I know, but the way it. Anyway.
Would it be helpful if I read them, because I can see them here on Jesse's screen and it's a bit easier?
It's weird the way it's appearing on my screen. Let me just individual. Where's Agent of Chaos?
You may never
there?
talk.
Okay. Hi, John, Nick, and Jesse. Time for the obligatory Hollow Knight Silksong question that comes up every showcase, so I'll keep it short. Surely, with all the small details over the year leading up to this, we gotta get Silksong this week, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. All on three. Let's all answer with an answer of what we think. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Maybe.
Yes.
Oh.
Hell no. Not a flipping chance in hell.
Yes.
Really?
No,
Probably.
man, there's no way. I don't
Okay.
believe it.
No.
Yeah, it's
coming out too.
Silksong?
No,
Yeah.
I think
Shadow
it'll
drop.
be there. I think Silksong will be there.
Shadow
I don't know
drop.
if it'll be a shadow drop. I don't know if it'll be a shadow drop. But
Look at the theme of the game.
suspect it will be there.
I mean, okay, if Silksong
Um,
shows up, right, but people are still saying it's going to be like a small show, come on.
Like, it is a
But
small
it's not-
game.
But it's not a.
Were you
people-
not
know
listening
what
to me
gaming is, it's all
earlier?
about budget.
No, but every single show of every single thing in the last like 4 years, all the chat have been Silksong.
Yeah.
It's
But
a
that's
meme
why I said
category.
earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if Silksong being there is like the biggest thing to come
Yes.
out of this show.
I
That's
think it would
literally what I
be-
said earlier.
No matter what show
He
it's
doesn't listen to you.
No, yeah, I did hear that. Yeah. But I'm saying people are saying like the show, like for example, I read in chat, Nate the Hate saying it's gonna be a 7 out of 10. No show with Silksong is gonna end off a 7 out of 10. You know what I mean? Especially if it's like a release date trailer.
Why? I reckon it is. I'm not excited about Silksong at all.
I know. I'm talking
But
about
that's
like,
because everyone's hype is always their personal
Yes,
hype
yes.
and not what will the main. Like a big Minecraft or Roblox announcement would be bigger than anything else they could do. It just wouldn't matter to
Yeah, I
us.
know.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Yeah, I
Silksong
know.
hit like that critical mass of us and like the casual audience, like
Yeah, I
it's
don't give a fuck about Silksong.
me and the casual audience.
We'll see. We'll see.
Who's the
Maybe.
next question from on
Dave
your
Dogg.
end?
Dave Dogg.
Okay. Dave Dogg. Evening, gents. This extremely old dinosaur was heard to go ooh at the James Bond trailer. Which of the state of play multiplats gave you a bit of a fizz? I don't know what that question was.
Does it have to be a
What
multiplat?
made you excited at the State of Play or Summer Game Fest? Or, no, it's multiplat shown at State of Play. So what are the multiplat shown at the State of Play? That's surfing.
Not multiplat.
Wait, it's
Sea of Stars? Not Sea of Stars.
no the one that was like the Sea of Thieves but turn-based RPG. was on it.
Oh, yes.
But the one that was the
The Journey guys. That was...
I'm surprised
Yeah.
that you're not screaming about Final Fantasy Tactics.
No, oh yeah. Okay, all right. No, I played Advanced, not Tactics. All right.
Alright.
I played Final Fantasy Advanced. That's my game. Maybe that'll come next. But yeah, the cool looking game by the Journey people, right?
yeah this I forget what the name of it
That's
was.
Sony.
Sea of Sword of the Sea.
Sword of the Sea.
Sword of the Sea. It's already got an Xbox.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it looks fantastic as well. We saw it today. I haven't got an appointment to play it, but I do want to try and nip in on Monday.
flip.
and play that.
That
It
looks
awesome.
that is probably the best looking game I've seen.
Yeah.
today. Like,
That was really cool.
so clean.
It's pretty good that Final Fantasy Tactics is coming to Xbox though.
Whole slate.
Mm.
Whole
$50.
slate, baby. All right. The next question is from
If it
Apple.
has to be one of the multiplats, Mortal Kombat collection for me.
Yeah.
If it has to be one of the multiplats.
Yeah, of course.
I can
Because
probably
that's
get
got
you a
Mortal
code if you
Kombat
review it.
4. That's got Mortal Kombat 4 in it, the Dreamcast and 64 game.
Yeah, I like that. It's got the different
there's-
versions. It's really nice.
Yeah, that
Digital
Mortal
clips are
Kombat
cool.
collection should be really good. But overall, the state of play, Tokon Fighting Souls was like
Not multiplat.
unbelievable.
Well, it's on PC.
I know, but that's what I said.
It is,
If
you know, it
has
is
to be
multiplat. Those are the rules.
Yeah, it is on PC. It is multiplat. There you go, Nick.
It's on Xbox PC. It's on Xbox
Xbox
PC.
PC.
So yes, Tokon Fighting Souls for me was just
You need to send me a
Looks so
link,
good.
Kevin. You can do it through the forum. I'll keep an eye out.
Next question from Abdul114.
Abdul. Yep, Abdul. Yo, guys and Nick. As I've seen from Xbox Showcase predictions and myself, the hype for this year has been a lot lower than between 2020 and 2024. Why is that? Because we got games galore now, or the fans are kind of tuned out because of Xbox's new pivot. To get in the vibe, I regularly go back and watch older E3 press conferences, including reactions from those times. Activision 2007 with the drunk guy and Ubisoft 2011 were hilarious. Nothing worked between Wonderbook and PS Move at Sony 2012.
Oh my god.
Yet Konami 2010 holds the crown for worst press conference ever. Going back to Xbox 360 E3s, which I viewed as the pinnacle of the brand, while those were filled with TV, Steven Spielberg movies, the Beatles music, Connect, Peter Molyneux promises, sports, and other mainstream crap. E3 2017 and 2019 were viewed as huge disappointments for Xbox, but some games there I really loved. What's your guys' favorite overall E3 press conference of all time? Not a specific E3 moment, but the start to finish showcases. My top 5 would go between E3 03, which is with Halo 2, E3 2013, highlight Killer Instinct, Sony's E3 2016 with God of War, Nintendo's 2017 with Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4 was E3 2017. Was it really? Metroid Prime 4.
2017?
No way.
Really?
2017?
Jesus Christ.
Surely not. And Xbox E3 2024 with Gears E-Day. Have a good E3 and keep TTSing. What's TTS again?
I
don't know.
I don't know either.
TTS again? I can't remember
Text to
what TTS is.
speech.
I did not know Abdul was in was Clute. I didn't know that. Huh. Dang. That question requires some thinking, man. Like
I think my favorite Xbox E3 was probably 2013. 2013 was unbelievable.
yeah, it was a good show.
Their E3
As a
2013. That was really, really good.
Raging Halo fanboy, I don't think I'll ever truly feel as much like as dun, 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 dun,
7?
dun,
No, that's also
like that. That was like
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah, that's some good shit. I loved it.
Which E3 was that?
I have no idea. But
2006,
whatever one.
probably.
It could have been 2006. Might have been 2000. No, it would have been 2006.
Yeah.
06. Because the game came out in 07.
I remember waiting 40 minutes for that trailer to download, and I would watch 1 second and then pause, and then watch 1 second and 1.5 seconds.
Yeah. Tricky question, but yeah, cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say an entire E3 presentation. My favorite moment is still the Halo 4 announcement. It's just, it got me completely by surprise. Had no idea it was even being made. Yeah.
We got dumb questions from idiot, stupid head Tom Henderson and Joe. I mean, very
Are you
nice
guys
man,
going to
biggest journalist
Gamescom?
in gaming.
Are you guys
Are we going to Gamescom?
Would
Says
be
Tom
good to
Henderson.
see
It
you
would be
guys
good
there.
to see you guys there. It would if we could end up affording it. That's the rub.
Pay for my ticket, Tom. Please pay for my ticket to go to Gamescom, and I'll go.
Oh, what the
It
fuck?
cost me a lot of money.
What?
It cost me a lot of money last year.
All right, Nick, you're going to hear something right now. You're going to hear me say, thank you to Kevin S. for gifting 100 $3 1 month Patreon gift memberships. I'm going to post
Oh
a link
my God.
everywhere that we are. If you have a free membership on Patreon and follow XboxEra, you'll be able to reuse this link, 100 of you, to get a free month on Grand Benefactor Kevin S., who is
Oh my
a
God.
fucking maniac and amazing.
What
Oh.
the fuck?
Holy crap.
Our community
Wow.
is incredible.
That's
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, I'm trying.
Wow.
I'm going to post this in the Discord.
No, I don't have to be
Holy
first
shit,
class, Tom, but I do have to be business at least. Business,
Oh my
yes.
God.
First class, no. I understand first class is unreasonable, but business, yes.
Business,
I would like business
yes.
class. When I'm going that far, I'm flying 24
Yeah,
hours. So
that is
yes,
the start
I
to
kind of
Gamescom
need
fun.
business class.
Yeah. All right, let's. I'm kind of reeling a little bit from Kevin S.'s incredible generosity.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Trap, is that enough for John to finally record Kevin S.'s name? The shame I feel
Yeah.
right now is.
First thing Wednesday morning when we're back and we're rested.
Oh my god!
I'm giving you an extra day.
I'm not back Wednesday morning. I'm back Wednesday 2 p.m. my time, and I will be
Wednesday.
dead.
Wednesday, 3 p.m.
No
time.
No. Thursday, Friday, maybe.
Before
Oh,
Saturday.
Kevin S. What a legend.
Wow.
Let's dive into the next
Bad.
question from ItzFinn.
ItzFinn.
Let's hope it's not a really
ItzFinn.
long essay.
No, it's not. Good morning / afternoon, XboxEra crew. That's right. Now, SGF. Hope you guys are having and running into familiar faces too. And to Nick, man, it would have been nice to see you at SGF in person and the crew as well. I'm not there, mind you. But alas, in the words of Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2, money. I don't have a question or anything to say much other than for tomorrow's Xbox Showcase, please keep your expectations super low and don't ruin it for yourself. Cheers and have a great weekend, gentlemen. P.S. Okay, slight hope. Hoping FF7 Remake and Final Fantasy 16 happens tomorrow. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a
FF16.
chance.
And it's
So,
Xbox
like the
port.
16 being close and 7 being announced alongside its Switch 2, I think pretty likely.
No comment. No comment.
Shut up. Have your review ready, scrub.
It's not happening. It's 100% not
I
happening.
don't care. Have it ready. Have your. Oh, so we never even talked about.
Yeah, this is
Next
good.
one.
Oh my God, you're
This is
right.
right. Let's prepare Nick's giant L.
No, he's coming around to different.
What?
Oh, is he?
What?
Final community question.
What's
from
happening?
Not final.
The final form question. We have a lot more community questions from Emargonaut.
Yes, Emargonaut. Hey, Nick, John, Jesse, and Ursel. I've been following the vlogs. Great to see you all safe and enjoying the reveals and time together in LA. Nick, I feel for you, but at least home must be cozy. It is cozy, but winter's also started here now, and it's quite
I feel
cold.
like he's. Stop vibing.
Straight to the point. I'm not sure if you've covered this yet or we're even going to, given the podcast
fine,
theme,
okay.
but there's buzz on Discord about Black Myth Wukong finally getting an Xbox release date exactly 1 year after its PS and PC launch. Quite the surprise, right? So, what's your take, especially you, Nick? Keen to hear your in-depth thoughts. Was the Series S genuinely a constraint, or is this more a case of blatant lies, or maybe a mix of both? Wishing you a smooth and productive time at SGF, and here's hoping the Xbox Showcase delivers, as it does every year this generation. Keep up the great work and take care. Yeah, Black Myth Wukong, eh?
Yeah, like I recall, Nick, thinking back that Jesse and I proposed to you that if it comes out and it's a year to the day, that you might say,
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
And I think you have, right? You
wrong.
said, "Hey, I'll take the L," right?
It's definitely extremely
I have.
suspicious.
I've said that.
Got it.
And I posted the clown gif on Twitter and everything.
The second I found out, I saw the DM from you saying, "I'll take that L."
Yep. I said if it comes out 1 year exactly to the day, then clearly
And it's
that
like, and we
reeks
know they
of
like
a-
that date.
Yeah.
But it's also, they had literally a couple months ago said it's going to take us years to figure out how to make this game work on the Series S. And now 4 months later,
I
it'll be
have to
out.
say, that is my lifeline. The fact that someone noticed that they always make announcements and always do everything on the 20th of August. I'm like, oh, hold on. Maybe they just waited for the 20th of August.
Well, also, we asked Phil Spencer directly back in February, do you know when Black Myth Wukong... Oh, no, it wasn't us. It was Destin.
Yeah.
Do you know when Black Myth Wukong is coming out? And he went, yes, I do. Because he probably knew it would be August 20th because it's exactly 1 year from whenever what deal was signed per IGN, per Paul Tassi, per Jez
Per what
Gordon.
they said to Jez when he unpromptedly was given that quote about we can't talk about partner deals.
Yep. No, Jez prompted that for sure.
Yeah.
I still do think that they were probably struggling with the Series S anyway. Like even the PS5 ports wasn't in great shape when it released.
The PlayStation 5 uses frame gen to get to 60. It does not feel good.
The game is not well optimized, period.
So it was never a marketing deal to keep it off. It was a holy shit, we really need help to get this out on PlayStation at all deal. And if wink wink, little extra changes,
Yep.
Oh, look, I wouldn't be surprised if, yes, Sony sent their engineers to help them get it onto PlayStation at all.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Sony added a bit more to the back pocket and said, make sure you struggle with the Series S for about
because Microsoft supposedly was completely caught off guard when it wasn't coming to their platform. Like they never had a chance to also send people to help as they do.
That also would have been a showcase-ready announcement, I feel. Wukong, huge game.
Yeah. It's been tainted now in the Xbox eyes. They took Sony's dirty money.
It's not that great.
It'll sell 3 copies and then they'll go, why'd we bother at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, they clearly
Why'd
like the
we
date,
bother?
like Jesse said. But
Damn you,
come on.
Xbox PC.
When there's this much smoke, there's some kind of fire. That's all I'm saying.
I was amused anyway. But yeah.
Talk about Xbox PC move. It's not Microsoft store, it's Xbox PC. Makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, I'll have to unfortunately take the L on that one. It looks like there was some kind of dodgy deal in place.
Yeah.
Fair.
That'll teach me to give Sony credit. That'll teach me to give Sony credit, those filthy pricks.
All right.
We're on to the forums.
We're on to the forum questions, but we do have a quick super chat from Ryan.
Warcraft RTS games on Game Pass Shadow Drop at SGF?
I have no idea.
It is weird that it's the only thing they put out in a very long time that was published by them is theirs, and they did not put into Game Pass.
Yeah.
That's not really worth an announcement at their show.
That would be a blog post. That would be a part of Wave 2 of October level. Like, I hope they do for you, Ryan. I definitely hope they do. I don't expect it tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, we're tackling the forum questions now, and I am getting messages from folks that are like, "Hey, we're going to dinner.
10 minutes."
And it would be good to feed these guys because they worked hard today.
There was food at some game.
There was, but I haven't eaten anything since that pizza. No review.
Yeah, that's true.
So let's go get some food down us. We've got some community questions to tackle from the forums before we close this one out. But don't worry. We will be back for the live showcase broadcast tomorrow. So who's on the forum?
First question from the forum is Jesse Brother. Happy podcast and happy podcast 266, my good dudes. Based on the time this show is happening, I'm probably sleeping right now. But let me leave you well wishes and hopes that you are handling the hot weather well. Not Nick, who is currently freezing his balls off in Australia, or Jess, as Florida is more humid than Southern California. John is probably suffering right now, and the Canadian Ursula is likely dying. Enjoy gaming Christmas in the immortal words of Jamie Tart. God bless me, everyone.
Today we got the first sunshine we've had the whole time we're here.
He's constantly like, can we go in
Really?
the shade? I'm like, shut the fuck up, Ursula. This is beautiful. And I was just like basking like a lizard. So no suffering for me. Love the heat. Bring it on.
Winter has started.
There's no humidity here, and it's a lot less temperature than Florida still, so I've been fine.
Yeah. Been nice. It's been nice. Loving the sunshine.
I can't complain. We had 8 months of warm weather here, like 8 months straight. So
Nice.
I can't complain about a bit of winter. CEO, TornRaptor.
Woo!
Nick, I want to ease your mind. I saw last week's pod, and you seem to think I don't like you. Not sure where you got that idea. I enjoyed meeting you and all the team at Gamescom. I came away thinking more of you after speaking to you in person. So rest easy. There are no hard feelings from me. Yeah, I find I'm ruining my reputation as an arsehole when people meet me in person.
I really wanted TornRaptor to finish that with ... You prick.
Yeah. I need to stop being nice to people in person because it's ruining my reputation.
Yeah, but Torn is an absolute legend. So
he was very, very nice. Him and his daughter, we met him at Gamescom. Good people.
Yeah, 100%.
Next question.
And
I
Nick
should be
is
able to do
annoyingly
this
nice
well
in
with-
person.
With
Yeah,
how
he is very
unwell
nice.
I've been.
Oh no, is it alive? All of this? Okay, no, it's not happening.
Oh wait, I could just fucking punch you.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I want to live.
IMG. Okay. My prediction for the showcase is going to be the reveal of Transformers games, but who knows? The Kojima's OD game, if that stupid strike is over, but who knows? The new content, like new characters and PvE. But hey, a man can dream, but who knows?
Who knows?
Yes, we all can agree Xbox originated games going multiplats and PS and Nintendo. And last but not least, FF7 Remake and maybe Rebirth and FF16 coming to Xbox. But who knows, really? But we will see when Xbox delivers to the gamers and such. P.S. I was going to predict Zenless Zone Zero release date announcement, which already did. But otherwise, if I had to predict a Hoyoverse game coming to Xbox, it'd be Honkai Star Rail or whatever Hoyoverse comes next.
It is
to
the
Xbox.
only
So,
other
yeah, that.
Hoyoverse game not on Xbox, so it would have to be Honkai Star Rail.
Yeah. Who knows?
But who
Hytham?
knows?
Who knows? Do you know?
But who knows?
I don't.
You missed the cue. Will you
Who
answer?
knows?
Guess in. Do you know?
Does Elmo know?
Who knows?
Who knows? Is Wuthering Waves not Hoyoverse?
Huh?
Wuthering Waves not Hoyoverse?
No.
Yeah,
Hoyoverse has done 3 games that they have admitted have all cannibalized each other.
Really?
Wow.
Genshin, then Honkai, and then Zenless.
Yeah.
And then he replies,
but yeah,
to,
look,
maybe you never know, but we'll see.
hopefully, FF16's Xbox port is there.
Yeah,
I don't think it would be Game Pass, though.
FF16.
You know what? Do you know what? A surprise port, I would be like, oh, look at that. Horizon Lego Adventures.
Ooh. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that'd be a big one.
I don't know, but Sony put one of their things at somebody else's show, though. They did it with Nintendo.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Okay. Next question. Good old Collingwood. Hello, Ursula, John, Nick, and Jesse. Sometime back, one of the directors of Claire Obscure Expedition 33 said in an interview how important it was that the game trailer was featured on the same stage as Gears of War, E-Day, and Fable. It was allowed a small indie team the same status as AAA games from the famed studio. How important do you think the summer showcase has become in promoting games from smaller studios not tied to large publishers? In the past, we have had games such as Lies of P, Dungeons of Hinterberg, and just last year, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, and that mouse game. Unlike Keighley's Summer Games Fest, where all you need is a bag of money, Xbox's Summer Showcase is carefully curated, I assume, and getting a spot on the schedule would not be unlike getting a Game Pass check. Thoughts? Good old Collingwood. Also, Nick, was this your experience picking up your Switch too? No, look, honestly, everyone there was a man-child. Everyone there was like an adult getting their Switch
We
too.
gotta remember, for audio-only listeners, it's the meme of the little puppet looking left and right when the cashier is asking, your child will be happy with such a gift, and 36-year-old me. Ooh.
Yeah, that's good.
Everyone there was an adult. getting their Switch 2. And it was like, there was these really cringe moments where I'm like, God, is this how we were when we were in our 20s and 30s?
Yes.
Like,
Absolutely.
I heard there was this group of people in the line and they started talking. Somehow they got onto the topic of Xbox. And I heard them talking and they're like, oh, Xbox lost me, when they revealed Xbox One, and they started talking about the DRM and they started talking about Kinect and all this stuff not long after talking about Nintendo's
Day one
game key card issue shit. And they were talking about how bad Xbox is now and this, that. And I was just like, I don't know. There was a lot of discussion going on, and so much of it was so cringeworthy. And I'm like, man, is that how we all used to sound waiting in line?
That's how a
for
lot of
fucking
old people sound now.
consoles?
It's like that sounded like most of the crowd at SGF. What?
It was just, yeah. There was me and the guy next to me. God, when they started doing the countdown, and we're like, oh God, please.
But also, it was a question about
Please
the
don't.
Xbox Game Show and how important it is to be on it, not Nintendo.
Yes.
But-
Yeah.
Well,
But yeah, no, it is. That's been the nice thing
heard Johnny
about Summer
Galvatron.
Games Fest and
Yeah.
Jeff and everything. It's
Yeah.
like the talking with the Bounty Star guy. It's like the discoverability is so hard. That's why they push Wishlist on Steam. Everyone talks about it because it's the only way to get elevated on Steam. You can't pay to be shown off on Steam.
The Fractured Bloom people, I asked them, I'm like, so actually, I didn't even ask. He came out unprompted. They're like, yeah, like we just showed, because I'm like, yo, the trailer was great. And one of the guys edited it. He's like, yeah, we just showed Jeff the trailer, and he's like, I want this on my show.
Yeah.
It wasn't a paid thing.
Yeah, no, he does a lot of not paid, and then
Yeah.
you get those. So when I really feels like when it's a game being shown off,
Yeah.
it's probably not paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when it's those little highlight segments that cut between showing off games,
Yeah.
that's
Or like an update to something.
that's 150 to 300 grand
Yeah.
depending on it. Like,
Yeah. I agree.
those pay for the stuff because Jeff likes games
Yep.
and he likes promoting games.
I mean,
And-
in the thing, he said the same thing, the exact same thing. He's like, there's so many games releasing where you say like double them on
It was
2020.
over 18,000
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, like, so that's why shows like this are kind of, I think it's a little like self-congratulating, but still, right? Like, super important.
I would just like to once again say, holy shit, Kevin S. I can't believe all you have done in this show.
holy
I am like, man, I'm gonna be sharing that link a lot. I'll share the link on Blue Sky and stuff later because holy crap.
Mango won a hell of a bonus this month.
Yeah,
and
so-
spent it on us.
Kevin, Shiraz, a few others, all gifting the subs earlier. That's I keep seeing people in chat saying, "Oh wow, thank you for the gifted membership."
Yeah.
You guys have been
Crazy.
awesome.
And again, check out the Discord for some secret channels.
Yeah, there's the Patreon Cool Kids Club and YouTube member Cool Kids Club on the Discord, discord.gg/XboxEra. If you're more of an old school forumite, head to forum.xboxera.com and you'll be able to access the Patreon lounge right there and ask community questions every week.
You guys
So-
should all ask a question for next week.
oh my god, 100
That's
questions.
funny before.
I actually want to die. Oh my god.
don't- He said not to announce it, but thank you for the more travel fund person.
Yeah.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ. Yeah.
Sure, enter the super chat.
Yeah, Shiraz with the super chat. Nick the console warrior complaining about console warriors being cringe in line. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh,
it was
man.
full on.
All right, we got last two questions
Like-
now.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
dive in because I need to get some food.
Next question. Didact 3. Hello, delicious panel. It's honestly been a roller coaster with insiders regarding the showcase, with Jez and Rand previously predicting Elder Scrolls 6 to now backtracking it to Nate the Hate, which has been on point. A lot is expecting a really light showcase this year, first party wise, with expected games such as Gizzy Day and others skipping it this year. How do you manage expectations for these things? What game missing the show would disappoint you the most?
The Outer Worlds too would be really weird.
I really want
Um,
to see replaced.
Yeah.
Like I can wait for all the other stuff. Nothing's going to disappoint me, but I really want replaced to get a date because I feel like I've been waiting for a very long
Oh,
time to
yeah.
play that game.
It doesn't help that you're waiting for another game that was similar for a long time already.
The
Yeah,
guys behind a certain powerful gaming website have been making sure that anything in the Ukraine
yeah,
isn't getting made.
yeah.
Mm.
Some websites are funded by Russian money. You know who I'm talking
We'll tell you
about.
later.
Well, I was gonna say, dude, the game I wanted to see the most is already friggin' out of the show, so
Yeah.
I'm okay. Like,
Yeah.
it's not about what's not shown for me; it's about what will be shown. Like,
Yeah.
are you running out? Are you out of games to play? Like,
Yeah,
It's been like this year has been nonstop, and we already know they have enough to be great for the rest of the year. So I understand not having the big AAA stuff because you're going to have. There's still going to be a Gamescom most likely.
But there's still gonna be big AAA stuff. Like if Clockwork shows up, that's a big AAA game.
I know.
Right? Like,
Well, In Exile was not AAA, but if they've moved up to that,
yeah.
like
the
Obsidian
way
just
that
moved
was
up
like
to that.
approaching that, like,
Yeah.
you know.
We'll see. We'll see.
What do you think, Nick?
Yeah. What do you think, Nick?
What do you think, Nick?
Nick, what do you think? I love it. if he
I'd be
goes, "Who knows?"
disappointed, even though I'm not expecting Perfect Dark there. Even though I'm not expecting Perfect Dark, a part of me will still be disappointed if it's not there.
Because it looks so
Like,
good last
we saw
year.
it. We saw it last year, so it's been a full year since we've seen or heard anything from it. So a part of me thinks, shouldn't we see something more from it? I mean, if Sony can show baby steps 74 times, surely Microsoft can show Perfect
Randolph
Dark
Thor
a
says he's
few
not
times.
backtracking from Elder Scrolls 6 in the chat.
That's not happening. There's no way.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't. See
They've been
that,
doing
man. That was
2+ year out games.
Didact.
Like they
Dude,
did.
we're getting a DLC for Starfield again, more than Elder Scrolls 6? No way.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Little teaser.
They've been doing some moonshots. They Perfect Dark is not out this year. It's maybe
true.
next year. Like,
That's true. You're right. You're
they're
like,
fine.
like 2 years early.
Because they know they
Yeah.
have enough. They can do 2 or 3 years early
You're right.
when they've got
Like,
something decent
Clockwork
to
showed
show.
up and was absent the next year. Probably
Yeah.
going to be here this year. Perfect Dark, same thing, I think.
Hi, Rand.
I
You're
want
up late.
Crackdown 4. I want
No, he's
Crackdown
central.
4.
He's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're up
That's what I
this
want.
evening.
11's normal.
All right. Last
down
question.
Next question.
Last question is from Skedaddle.
Okay.
Hope all you guys are having a great time in LA without Nick. Nah, they'd be way more fun.
It would
if
be
I
better
was
with
there.
Nick.
It definitely would be.
Yeah.
Way
Nick's a
more
good guy.
fun with
He'd
me.
be walking the 20 miles to
Yeah.
go find the McDonald's
He'd
that's
come
not
every-
here.
Yeah,
Actually, I would
trying to
go-
hunt out all the cafes for a
No,
decent
I know
coffee.
what
Actually,
you-
I'd be going to the Melbourne. There's a few Melbourne people over there that have opened up shit, but I think it's in New York.
We had a smash
Um,
burger
quick-
last night. Amazing.
Quick question. Were you surprised by the reveal of Project Shaolin from Brass Line Entertainment? I noticed it showed up as Wu-Tang Rise of the Deceiver, but with no mention of Xbox anywhere. Any idea what happened there?
It's a different game with a different genre and different everything. So it
Yeah.
definitely feels like the
I suspect that whatever it was under Xbox, it just wasn't working. And maybe both parties were just like, you know what? Let's just let this go here and we'll do our own thing. And Xbox was like, sure. You guys do whatever you got to do. No hard feelings. And now it's a totally different game.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
I think.
we did discuss it earlier. So if Skedaddle, if you haven't already seen it, you can go back.
That's true.
I would be curious if it's got a Game Pass deal or anything like that. Probably not.
Probably
But you
not.
never know.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Because again, we're basing this off sort of Jez's. I think again, please.
There was a
correct me if I'm
tweet from
wrong,
Joe
I-
Staten, but I don't know if he deleted it or not. He literally said,
Yeah, he
that they
deleted
were-
it. He
yeah.
deleted it. So it was under Xbox.
Yeah.
Was there a year?
And
the trailer?
Rand, I guess, can correct me if I'm wrong because he does the show with Jez. I believe Jez's reporting, and it was either Tom Henderson or Tom Warren's reporting, was that it was, I think, like a Diablo-like originally. That's how it started.
Yeah,
And
wow.
I may have even heard that as well. And obviously, for whatever, again, I had heard ages ago it wasn't in the greatest of shape.
You know
That
what?
would align with the fact that it's now no longer under Xbox and almost a completely different game.
I think
So,
Well, Rand saying
Yeah.
he is beginning to think E-Day will be there.
really.
okay.
Who knows? That's what I
don't know.
say.
Um,
Who knows?
I personally don't think it'll be there. Personally, I haven't heard anything. I'm saying I just personally don't think it'll be there.
You know what is
Myself.
going to be there tomorrow? Us, as we co-stream it live with this very setup.
Yeah, this
showing
actually
it all
good,
off.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can't wait. Thank you, everyone. This has been super goddamn fun. We're all very hungry.
Almost
Yeah.
exactly
Gonna
2
go
hours.
schmooze.
That was
Well, not exactly.
almost.
We're
almost.
looking-
You just made it 26. Well, what are you
Wow.
doing?
Well, that's because you're continuing the.
There we go. Nick, I hope you're able to get some sleep. I know it's about the worst timing possible for you.
You
Yeah.
should stay up, dude.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
No, I don't, I've got the footy tomorrow, so I'll
Yeah,
need
Yeah, we'll be
sleep.
going live about half an hour early.
Yep.
get our stuff out, just hang out, shoot the shit. We'll be doing the show. As long as it doesn't go too long, we should be there the whole, 90 minutes to 2 hours.
Yep.
Then we are off for the rest of the day to go do more previews and whatnot and get it out to you as soon as we can.
Yep. The show is in literally 12 and a half hours. So tune back in pretty much 12 hours and we'll be here starting up the show. Big thank you to everybody that hung out today. Enormous thank you to everybody that sended gifted memberships on YouTube, dropped gifted Patreon subs. Kevin S with absolutely a baller move. Just you're all legendary. Don't forget to hit like on the stream. We appreciate everybody's support. And by the way, Nick.
By the way,
if you're into having a little tete-a-tete with your friends, why not consider picking up a copy of Console Wars, the card game, from our sponsors, Console Wars, the card game.
Now you say ciao for now.
Ciao for now, motherfuckers. We'll see you tomorrow for the Xbox show.
Tomorrow.
This is Console Wars, the card game. Featuring more famous video games than you can shake a stick at, Console Wars finally allows you to win a war you've been fighting and probably losing on the internet your entire life. Quit being a keyboard warrior with the warm embrace of anonymity to protect you. Now you and your friends can fight on the front lines, battling for incredible franchises, exclusivity, and eventual victory. Collect some of the most famous video game franchises of all time. Protect them with loyal and frighteningly dedicated fans. Brave the volatile video game industry and claim the ultimate victory in the console wars. Your favorite video game making mega corporation needs you. Enlist today. Head to consolewarsgame.com. Pick up a copy of Console Wars, the card game, outshine your rivals, and prove that your platform reigns supreme. Out now.